going on, people?
Venom,
What we got?
what's up, brother? I see
Greetings.
Mets in there. I see
Matt's in the house.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, yeah,
What's going
Jeffrey.
on, guys?
I'll turn off the auto translate because it's probably not what Jeffrey's saying. Can I turn off auto translate? Usually I can. Top chat, live chat. No, it won't let me turn off the late. Late. I'm sorry, we're late. We're late. We were 2 minutes late. We were having a good pre-game chat. Pre-game chat
Yeah,
there.
just a
And
couple
then,
minutes of talking.
we're trying to make a good show for people. We're trying to organize, like, how are we going to flow this? Patience is a
Yeah,
virtue.
and we, to be honest, we didn't prepare too much. We just
No,
said a bunch of
like,
bullshit.
hey, we'll kick it on right about now, but we'll figure it out. We'll
We
wing
pretty
it.
much
We'll get
said,
it
yeah,
good.
let's keep it chill.
Yeah,
Whatever,
so
whatever.
what should
It'll
we
be
talk
all
about,
good.
bro? Everybody's like, yeah, yeah.
Hey, man. So, New Zealand. That's crazy. So if I have my facts correct, that's what about 8 to 9,000 miles east of
Yeah.
Australia, like right across the Tasmanian Sea,
Uh,
kind of
from,
thing.
from, from Aussie, I wouldn't know the exact distance. It's about a
Bro, I'm
3 hour
fucking
flight.
around. I was just listening to New
Yeah.
Zealand stats like before
New
I came
Zealand.
on here, so I wouldn't
Oh,
just know
nice.
that.
We've been doing research.
I
We've
was
been
just
doing
listening
research.
to stuff about New Zealand just to try to see if
Oh,
I could
yeah, it's
impress
just a
you for a second and be like, God damn, how does he know that? That's
small
one
little
smart
island.
cookie right there.
Mate, you're flattering me. You're flattering me. But yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out what to talk about. We'll sort of see. There's some people coming in, so we'll see. You're sad today. What's going on, Jeff? What's going
We
on, mate? We
got
can talk.
Matt, we got Jeffrey, we got
Hey,
Jay Biggs in the building. Shout
Jay.
out.
Jay in the
What's
house.
going
Hey,
on,
love it.
fellas? How's everyone doing? Let me get a sip of the coffee
How you
real
going,
quick.
mate?
Like,
What's up, man? We're just having a chat with Matt here from the States. We're winging it, man. We're just gonna wing it on a collab and have a chat about whatever the usual sort of stuff I do on here, right? Which is focusing on your own life and trying to build purpose and your journey, because otherwise you're just going to miss life because you're looking at everybody else's life, right? That's what I'm about. That's the whole sort of mantra of my channel. And Matt's very similar to me. I think you're very similar to me, Matt, in that you've had life experiences like I have, and we just want to pass it on because we don't want other people to suffer. We want to pass on messages and stuff,
yeah.
but well, also on here, to an extent, we're trying to be entertaining. We're trying to be genuine, but we're up against all these people who are, putting on fake characters and we're trying to be very genuine on here. I think it is a difficult path to walk with YouTube, but we are impacting some people. It's working out, right? Day by day.
No, I agree wholeheartedly, man. Some things were tough for me to put out there, my first few months doing the YouTube thing, just because I do have a bit of a sordid past. I struggle with some things. Life has taken some, dips and,
Yeah.
hasn't, always gone the way I wanted to, but, all you can do is try to find the wisdom and learn from those mistakes. And yeah, like you said, man, hope the younger generation doesn't, make those same
Yeah.
mistakes that we made. Maybe they can, if we can help one person not do something like really stupid and, learn from our
Mm.
craziness or, or I mean, I guess I'm mostly speaking for myself, but for at least I know what I've done in the past. I don't know, obviously, all of your history, because how long have we
Oh
known each
yeah,
other now
yeah, yeah.
for? But like, we've been watching each other's streams for like a couple months now, maybe like a
Well,
month and a
probably,
half.
probably good, probably good. I started out in September, so probably a good few months, man. But yeah, I
Okay.
think I think we. I feel like there, it's a good thing to touch on is that I'm gonna have to sort the dogs in a moment, but we'll worry about that in a moment.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Do
Um,
what you gotta do.
is how it is. Uh, I think it's also when people have made mistakes and they're then scrolling through live rather than facing those mistakes or facing that path that they should be facing, is that, maybe they've already made some mistakes and we can give them advice to help them get through and be like, we can relate to it. I think it's just about being genuine and being able to, you know,
Yeah,
help
being
people in
real.
that way.
I mean, I think you made a very good point about people putting on those fake personalities and trying to pretend that there's, something that they're not. And I mean,
Yeah.
nobody's perfect. I mean, the only perfect person, apparently from the book that I read was Jesus of Nazareth, so we
Mm,
only had one. Everyone else
mm.
is flawed and has made a lot of mistakes. And no, I'm not like a Bible thumper or anything. I was just trying to
Yeah.
make an
Yeah, more
example,
myself now.
but
But
we
yeah,
all
yeah.
make mistakes. Let me check on in the chat. Let me see what we got going on. So we got
Yeah,
Mets
yeah,
talking
the dogs,
about
let the
New
dogs out for a
Zealand.
moment.
He had an
Good to see
exchange student who lived in Canada at the time, and she was the absolute best. So shout out to the New Zealand exchange student.
But yeah,
We
we get
got
a we get a fair bit of that over here, man. I've had a few of my mates' mums growing up always had like homestays. If they had spare rooms and stuff, rather than rent them out, they'd have people
okay.
come over for like just coming over studying in New Zealand and stuff. It seems to be quite a big thing. A lot of people I think do it over Airbnb and stuff. Like a lot of like like people my mum's kind of age, you know, in their 60s, 70s, and that they fill out rooms and stuff, right? It helps pay the mortgage, pay the bills, you know. Just another way
Yeah.
of people solving problems, right? If you can, you've always got options, right? If you got problems, there's always ways out. It's just, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just passing on those all these kind of lessons, man, and just helping where we can, and like, you know, yeah, as you say, like, I always viewed it as when I started YouTube. At first, I used to get a bit upset with the numbers, like, and be like, oh man, like I'm not reaching enough people, but it was really sticking with that. If I can help one person this much, like when I was on my worst days, bro, if I'd had that person to talk to about it, you know, they could have been a lot easier. It would have been a lot less
Yeah.
bad days, right? So if we can help with that,
I think
it'll be good,
consistency
right?
is the key. I think,
Mm.
just continuing to put videos out, continuing to stream, continuing to
Being
put whatever
available, yeah.
message out there that you want to put out there.
Yeah.
I would, yeah, I sometimes, I still do it sometimes, when I wake up in the morning. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and
No,
bullshit
no,
you
for sure.
guys.
No, we're human. I'm the
First
same.
thing I do is look at my subscribers. Did I add any? Did I lose any? Like that is,
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. It's a
before I
weird
even
track.
take my morning pee, I'm looking at my social media. So I'm as bad as
Oh,
anyone else,
dangerous
So
territory. Yeah,
yeah,
dangerous
I
territory.
mean, yeah, I'm in the danger zone with that, man. But I'm trying to get better at it. It's gonna
Yeah.
go, up and down. But as
Come on,
long as it's like continuously going up, you know, in the long
yeah.
run, you'll be okay.
Right, yeah,
So
exactly.
we
I
got
like
Jay.
I like that you added that, you know, as long as if we continuously go up in the long run, and that really touches on that, you know, understanding life goes up, down. It's unpredictable, you know, like it's that's where the long term comes in, and you know, building systems and habits and stuff, right? It all helps alleviate that. Come on, dog, come here.
You got a German Shepherd, right?
Yeah, got a German Shepherd, and the boy is a pit bull mix. So just
Okay,
make
so your
sure.
German Shepherd's a female, and you got a pit
Yeah,
mix.
German
Damn.
Shepherd as well. Yeah, on your bed, sweetheart. Come on, hop up.
I got a quick story for you. Having to break
Come
up a
on.
dog fight. So,
Oh, here we go.
my
Oh,
oldest brother
hello,
has me
dog.
go
Hey.
over to take care of his dogs. Right, he's going on some vacation.
Hey,
He
puppy.
has two pits, a bulldog, and a Rottweiler. He's one of those guys that just had to have like those kind of dogs. Me, I've always had
Yeah, yeah,
labs, chihuahuas, more like, kinder dogs. I have nothing against any like, those kind of dogs. It's just not what I had, not what I was used to. Left me
yeah.
no directions, just said, hey, come over, feed my dogs, take care of them. You can stay, at the house, the fridge is
Mm.
yours, whatever.
I can
So
see where
I'm
this is
feeding
going.
these dogs. I'm letting them go outside. Everything seems to be going good. I go to feed them one time, and this pit grabs the bulldog by his neck, and he will not let go. I mean, he's going for the
Yeah,
kill. I'm watching a dog be murdered in front of my face. So I mean, I had no choice. I had to go
yeah,
into action, man. I jump in there,
deal
I
with
put
it.
my
Yeah.
hands around his mouth and grab it off. I got bit like hell. Like my fingers were all kinds of fucked up. But man, you want to talk about like every ounce of energy that I had. And this is after I had gained a bunch of weight too. So like I wasn't in like, peak condition like back in the day when I still was like actually, at a
Yeah, yeah,
decent weight. It took every ounce of energy that I had. I was gasping for
yeah,
air.
yeah. Well,
But
that's yeah,
it was a
yeah.
relief that I saved that dog though. But you just made me think of that,
Yeah.
talking about a pet.
Well, the pro tip for that, if anybody ever witnesses that happening, and you want a dog to let go when it's biting onto something, is you give the old up the back of the dog without
Ooh,
saying too
okay.
much,
I did not know that.
and that will make them release. That is the trick method. It's not very pleasant, but it's better than that
Okay.
going on. So that's
I
an
guess
old
depending
bit
on
of
the
a kung
dog,
fu
man,
trick over there.
if depending on the dog, might make them bite harder. No, I'm joking.
Look at that, man! Like 5 minutes in the stream, you're learning
I'm
great
just.
stuff already. That was. I'm not going to acknowledge that, mate. I'm really not going to.
Hey, we're just trying to have a little fun, man. We're just
Well,
trying to
yeah,
have a little fun.
this is escalating quickly. Here we go. Tune in, chat. Tune in.
Hey,
Hit that like and
we
sub.
got to
Here we
keep it a
go.
little bit light in here, man. We got to keep it a little bit light.
What was the line in
That dog
Talladega
might
Nights
look back and
today?
give a little like, "Ooh, damn, word, brother,
Wait,
word."
well,
Appreciate the little
just
help.
hanging out. Just hanging out.
All right, let's go
Good
check out the
one.
chat for a minute. I'll see if I can get. You know
Yep.
me, I'm addicted to checking out the chat. What is going on? We got Loves Animals. Love that name. Awesome name. We are just talking about life in general, just people learning from our mistakes, everybody falling down and getting back up, and
I'm just
animal stories
checking
as
on
well.
Jeffrey here.
Jeffrey says, I'm sad because my cousin was on the phone to me 12 hours ago early out in the morning, but 30 days later she was dead and she had committed you know what. Well,
Oh,
whoa.
jeez.
Whoa, rest in
That's a
peace.
tricky
Rest
one,
in
bro.
peace.
That's a tricky one. Our condolences.
Condolences. I am sorry to hear that, brother.
I
And
would,
I
I
took
would, I'd suggest with that, call somebody if you need to. There are professional services and stuff, right? It is hard to cope with grief like that, especially when you've just been talking to them. So I would advise if you're struggling with that, like we can help to an extent. We can talk. You can hang out if it's helping you. Just chill out and have something to do. But if you do need help, please do call services in your area, right? And just call a counselor or something. There's heaps of free services that could be a lot more helpful, right? So
and you can hit me up, brother. I know we
yeah,
actually talk
yeah,
outside of here too. So if you need to talk to somebody,
yeah.
just hit me up on the Discord. We got Devon. What is that? That's a King Von photo. Chi Town in the building. I'm from Hyde Park. All right. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that, Colin. If you're struggling with it, condolences. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, we're caught up on the chat. I'm very
Lots of
sorry
animals.
to
We're
hear.
speaking about a bit of we're just flowing with the conversation, what's going on, and just talking about my usual kind of stuff, right? Focusing on your own life and that, goals and just challenges
Okay.
in life and facing struggle. We're talking about all that kind of stuff. So let Matt carry the torch there for a bit.
You want me to carry the torch here for a
Yeah,
little
we're gonna do,
bit?
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
I don't want to yap
Well,
on top.
if any of you guys are strictly from Venom's channel, if you want, go check my stuff out. I just did a video today talking about how addiction ruined my life. So basically, college educated, working at the Chicago Board of Trade, 3 promotions, doing great. And I'm not talking about like making, crazy money, but I was doing really well. Had a surgery, had a saliva gland removed. This is back in 2009. We weren't so educated at that time about the opiate epidemic, and I got prescribed all these Vicodins, and it changed my world. I lost the girlfriend, I lost the car, I lost the job, I lost it all. Learn from those mistakes. Do not mess with that stuff, guys. No bueno to medicine of that nature. But
Mm,
if you guys want, check my channel out.
yeah,
I show off my
great content,
animals.
man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I show off my animals a ton. I got 2 dogs, 2 cats. I tell stories about my life. I'm very nostalgic, so I like to tell funny stories about things that have happened in the past. And I talk some real stuff as well, just like Venom here.
Good rundown, man. Good rundown. So yeah, that's anybody who's subbed to my channel. I would appreciate if you do sub Matt up. He's on like most days. Usually we don't overlap. So, if you're looking for more content and stuff, you can go watch him over me if you like. I won't be offended. But no, Matt's got a really you touched on a lot there, bro. With that's similar to my story as well. And it's just going down that wrong path for me. It was with alcohol and stuff, and the relationship fell apart. The business I was trying to build it all fell apart. Recession hit. Everything went out the window, and this is about 3 years ago. And I'm drinking at the pub every night, just like, well, I'm screwed, right? And there was no way out of that, I felt. And it wasn't
Yeah.
until I, stuck the hammer down on myself, got it clean off the alcohol, changed my diet, started working out, and got things on track. And it's like, I get the trolls on here and stuff. They're like, oh, you live in a caravan, and da da da. And like, I could be affected by anybody in my life judge me. Oh, you're in a caravan, this and that. It's like, well, the other solution was go rent somewhere and keep in that cycle and stuff versus building my own place, building a garage, building my way out of it. And it's, slow going. I'm trekking around in the mud here, but it's about continuing on, right? And I think that's where we share a similar message is we talk about the past, but it's because there's these lessons in the past and lessons in growth. And we also learn a lot from our chat as well and other people's experience. So like that's what I love about YouTube, bro, is it's not about being a creator. It's about all the fans and stuff and helping people out. And then there's the creator side of it with other people such as yourself who are, we've got very similar views. And then we've both chosen to sort of go the YouTube path. And there's a whole heap of people like that. There's like men of action and that, right? And there's all these people out there giving up their time to try and help people, right? So
Definitely,
it's
yeah.
something we never had back in, when we were growing up and stuff. There was nowhere to reach out to, right? It was just, you suck it up
No,
and as you say, with the
man
risks
up.
of
That's
payments
what
and
it
stuff,
is.
like we didn't have the access to knowledge we have with the internet now is incredible, man. Like if you use the internet well, right, it's all you can go so many different paths in life, but the information's there. It just depends what you want to focus on, right?
I've met so many people that I would have never met. Obviously with all the
Very
streaming
cool.
and the YouTube. Oh, Jay Biggs was says drop the channel. It's at Matt Noah one. I don't know. Is it in the description by chance? It might be.
Will be in the description. If you tap the three dots on the top right, it'll be in the it'll have a description there. You'll be able to find him after the stream as well. Or maybe I should have pinned a comment. Hang on.
Yeah,
Can I,
so we
can I
are
put
gonna do
a.
in the future we're gonna do a stream on my channel too. We figure we do
Yeah,
one
yeah,
for
we'll do it on that.
Venom's
Yeah.
channel and then we'll do one for my channel. So we try to, get the audience
It doesn't
to
appear
merge
like
and you
on a
guys get to
collab
know each other.
stream. I don't think on a collab stream I can add a poll or a question like usual, so I can't put it up. It would seem. But if somebody wants to type out for his channel is at Matt Noah one, that would be helpful. It's in the description, so if somebody wants to type that, I'll pin it up.
Yeah, Jeffrey, if you want to type it man, for me, or Matt's or Rylan, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Rylan. Oh, my mod will come in time. I have one mod so
I
far,
gotta
which is
keep
my
losing
partner,
for a
and
few days. I got drunk
she lurks
because
in the background. But
birthday,
apart from that, no, I'm
my eyes
keeping
were,
it chill at the moment.
but it looked like I
Usually
had
pretty
smoked
good.
weed or illegal stuff. You know what? Damn, Jeffrey, I'm sorry about that. You need 50 to go live, Mets. Yeah, once you get to 50, you can start going live.
Yeah, Jeffrey. I mean, I get the same thing.
Thanks, Jay.
People
I
come on
appreciate
here
that.
and they see I've got Jeffrey. People come
Thanks,
on here
guys.
and people will always judge you, right? So like, I've had people they come on here and they're like, "You've got crooked teeth. Oh, you must do this drug or that drug or that drug." I'm not going to go into what they say because it's YouTube, and the
Right.
rules of YouTube, right? But people are always going to say things and accuse you of everything and that. It's like there's always going to be judgment. Like no matter how much you live truly, everyone's going to say crap about you. Like that's why, like, once you just let that go, life is so much more freeing, man. When you can truly live as yourself, and just you know. You're a
Yeah,
lot
I
more useful
agree.
to serve other people when the less stress you have is. This is why I talk about the politics and the war talk and that of just like, yes, we are under the umbrella of all of that, but like looking to the world to change because you've got problems is not the way out. The way out is focusing on yourself and working on yourself, and the best way to move forward in your life and actually have the life you want is to cut out all this noise and move forward, into whatever it is you want to do. Um, I wasted a lot of my life, man, playing video games and stuff. Right? I don't know if you had any
Oh,
any
for
similar
sure.
experience like that, where you
Oh,
get to
for
this age, and it's
sure,
like,
man.
well,
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, I guess I can get to a couple of things that you were talking about. My old man, very charismatic guy, great personality, but he had a lot of sayings that I still think about to this day. So one
mm,
of them is you're going to be your own worst critic. You're going to criticize yourself worse than anybody could ever criticize you.
yeah, yeah,
You talking about
absolutely,
trolls and people coming and saying like crazy stuff. It's like, guys, I've said that stuff about myself, 1,000 times worse than anyone could say it.
yeah.
I've said that stuff in the mirror millions and millions
Oh,
of
yeah,
times
I say
over.
on here a lot as well. Yeah, that's a really valuable lesson there, man, for sure.
Yeah, and another one was the only thing worse than being talked about is not being talked about. You know,
Mm,
and I mean when you think about that, it's better to actually be noticed and people, you're doing something right if people are noticing you. If you're just all the way in the corner, lonely, nobody thinks of you, you don't even cross anybody's mind. Yes, maybe you can
mm,
have a peaceful existence. I guess maybe that's what you're thinking, kind of like from what I'm judging from your reaction to that. But I just think
mm.
that,
Oh,
you
speaking of,
just, I
yeah,
don't know. I mean, I guess it's something we could debate it. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but I kind of agree with it. I would rather people be saying something about me
yeah,
than
yeah.
nothing about me.
There's definitely a thing on that, and I think where the haters and stuff see it is, I think they see it as a. Just make sure I sort of word it right. They see things, and they tend to see
That's a
things
weird.
in extremes, right? So they see things as very this end or that end. It's like, so you're saying I should be recluse, like you say focus on your own life, and they view that as like reclusive and like hiding away or something, right? So yeah, it's like you're not seen by anybody, and it's not about that. It's about peace for yourself. But yeah, if you haven't got, if you're not putting yourself out there in the world, yeah, you're not going to deal with the hate and all of that, but you're also not going to have a positive impact on anybody, and like.
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah, I was
Exactly.
just going to get this other dog in because he's still wandering around out there. So no, you can go on that bit, dog. You can carry on, but you. Right,
Yeah.
mate,
Let's
what have
see
we
what
got
we
going on
got.
in the chat,
All
bud?
right. Yeah, we got a weird name in the chat. I think I
Well,
had
weird
this
names.
person in my live yesterday.
Hey,
They kept
Bubby's
changing.
here. Hey, Bubby. Thanks for the respect on the collab. It's awesome. Also, the dog. Continue on, bro.
Appreciate that, Jay Biggs, in the screenshot. Mats,
Come on,
what's
Jeff
going
boy.
on with the baseball, brother? Did you
Here
pick
we go.
out your number? What position you gonna play?
Fella. Right. Good boy. How you going, mate?
We're pretty much what's up, love animals. Love that name. And I love animals as well. But the topic is just I don't know, we've talked about a bunch of stuff, I guess, since we've been in here so far. Just making mistakes and learning from them, finding the wisdom. We've talked about our animals. We've talked about, dealing with trolls and not worrying about what people think about you so much. If you guys got anything that you guys want to put out there, I mean, we can start
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, well, I mean,
answering some
I
questions. I mean,
usually do.
we can kind of go however you
Come
want
on,
to
let's
do it,
go on,
Venom.
man.
It's your stream.
Oh, no, whatever, man. It's the usual around here. So I'm on for about 2.5 hours. We just flow with it, man. Talk about it. Come on, let's go inside. Come on, both here. And inside for now. All right, we'll go play again later. You continue on, bro. Sorry, I'm just.
Am I able
I just
to?
need to
I'm
highlight
usually
things.
not
I
a
don't
quick
want to.
trigger finger people with but I think there's probably one person that maybe we probably don't need.
Well, let me have a look here. Who would that be?
I think they're on two burners. I love my and I love. So it starts with that.
Okay. I see. Yeah, those aren't very appropriate, so we'll just pop those out there. And I hope, as I always say, I hope people like that find some energy with their time. It's that that always just makes me a little bit sad, bro. It still does. That's one thing I can't get over with it is see these people who are so lost. And I understand most of it's children and stuff, but it's like, man, if I could rewind my life knowing what I know now, but hey, that's the journey of life, right? We learn as we go, unfortunately. But if I could rewind back, it's just like you just kind of want to shake these people and just be like, dude, like, don't do what I did, man. And it's like people
Well,
tried to get through to me when I was younger, and it didn't sink in. So it's like, well, how do I get through to?
well, I'll be honest with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. If streaming was around when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old,
Oh, it would
I
be
might have
bad.
trolled. I think I might have trolled. Honestly, if I'm being
Yeah.
completely honest,
Oh,
I
for sure.
probably would have
Yeah.
trolled a little bit. Now, I just told you this the other day in a stream.
Mm,
The average age of a troll, honestly, is 22 years old.
mm.
So, and for someone, around that age, it's not that I want to say anything negative. I more would feel pity, I guess, in that manner that things are going like that.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly
wish, I
right.
wish peace upon that brother that like his life changes and, things kind of get more on the up and up.
Yep. Yeah, it's just I think around your I when you said that I was trying to think about like why would that be? Why would people be affected at that age? Like why are 22-year-olds the main age of troll and stuff? And it just brings the question to me of like, well, is it like
It's
the
a
upbringing
different
I had?
world, man.
I thought life was going to be, get a job and I get a wife and a job and we get a house and it's all, like what our parents sort of, because our parents obviously raise us for the environment they grew up in, right? And the world changes, right?
Well, I think it just might be, I don't know for sure. Obviously, this is just me grasping at
I get
straws,
it.
trying to figure it out. But I think it's kind of people that maybe are a little bit socially awkward, like out in the real world, and you don't have any consequences. You can come on here and say whatever the hell you want, and nobody can do nothing. It's not like someone's just going to show up at your door and fuck you up. Or sorry for the swearing, but
Yeah,
nothing's going to happen to them, so they can they can come on and just talk crazy and get their giggles, and you see a couple laughing emojis on the way out, and it's like okay, they got their stuff off and. I don't know. Maybe that's how they get their enjoyment, and
it's
I don't
something
know.
to do.
I,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, like I probably would have done it when I was like 10, 11 years old.
Yeah, you definitely
I,
right.
I
Yeah,
remember
early
I was a
early
little brat,
days.
man. I was one of those people that would do dumb stuff, but we didn't have streaming, and back when I was young, it was AOL dial up. I was sitting there waiting, boop, 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 for that
You know the
page,
worst thing I thought?
for that
I,
page
I
to pop
thought of
up.
something worse.
You got mail.
I thought of something worse. Now, rather than us being the trolls back then, can you think of yourself? Have you thought of yourself back at 13 or 14 and how cringy you were if you'd started a channel then? Because you see this content pop up from like 14-year-olds on mountain bikes doing jumps as big and stuff, and I'm sort of like, oh, like they get 80,000 likes. I'm sitting there like, I wonder how cringy my content would have been if I'd been doing it at that age and like trying to build something.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wonder what I would. I'm
man.
not sure what I would have done. You know what? I think I would have been totally cringe. I'm one of those people that thought I could flow. I thought I could rap, bro, and I couldn't.
Oh,
I
I'm,
was completely wrong about that. I could not flow. I could not rap. I remember I'd be writing these raps. I'm like, man, these are dope. And then I go like perform them for like my friends. I'm like, you guys were feeling that? They'd be like, nah. No, man, I wasn't really feeling that. I would put that pen away and throw that away because that was garbage. So yeah, there was no future rap career for Matt. So I probably would have made a fool of myself trying to
no,
do
no,
some
no, but
like.
you need to
But you know
know.
what though?
You need to
Some of the
know.
music I see these days is honestly, I think my stuff is better or
Yes,
was
man.
better. Whatever. Some of the rap I
What
see
you
these
doing?
days.
You're getting the same crap on here now anyway. You're still dealing with anything you put out. Everyone's going to come and hate it and tell you it's crap anyway. So you might as well just go back to being a rapper. We can do your rap on your YouTube, will we, right?
Hey man, what's that one rapper's name? You got the Relic Rhymes to do with the like Bob. He's got like the '50s woman's haircut. I got my hair done. I just you don't know what I'm talking about.
What?
It
Maybe I'm
was
too
it
old.
was it was
Too old
trending
for
on
these guys.
TikTok and YouTube. I doom scroll, bro. So
I've
that's
never
how
had
I keep
TikTok.
up with all the
I've
like
never had TikTok.
all
The
the new.
moment
I
TikTok
doom
came out,
scroll,
I
all
was like,
man.
nope.
I'd be on people's lives. I'd be doom scrolling YouTube shorts just as bad as anybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely can get lost in it. So yeah, I found being live helps a lot. Like
What's
if I'm
going on,
recording my
Josh?
day and like my scroll time sort of gets
What's up,
taken up with.
Jeffrey?
How's me all going? Sorry. Oh, there's Jeffrey. Yeah, all's wet. No, no, we're not talking about you guys specifically trying. We're just talking about in
No.
general. We're just having a yarn about sort of life and
Nice.
creating on YouTube, and just that's all we're talking about, guys. It's scam. If you guys want to chat about anything, let us know. We can. If you got any questions or something, we got to discuss it. We're gonna stick around for. Usually, I do 2 to 2.5 hours, Matt. We'll try and figure out the taking turns speaking thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. I know. Yeah, it's that's one of those things that I guess the more you know a person, you start to get better at like
Oh,
learning the pauses. Well, but I got to use that. What was that again? We're having a yawn or a yarn?
having a yarn, mate. Having a yarn.
A yawn? I like that. I'm gonna use
Like
that
a
next time I'm
like
having a
a ball of
conversation.
yarn. Yeah,
All
like a
right.
ball of yarn. We're having a yarn.
Okay.
New
We're
Zealand. I'm
having a
speaking New
yarn.
Zealander, man. I'm sorry.
No, I gotta. No, I'm interested, man. I'll tell you what. The thing I like the most about like people across the pond is they uphold the English language way better than we do out here in America. Way
The
better.
thing is,
The language is just the English language is basically like just flown into the ground out here, man. I don't even know what people are saying.
but now I'm having a moment, Matt, because I've never considered that in my head to be a strange word that other people wouldn't know. And now you've told me yarn isn't just massively understood.
I mean, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I just
No,
it definitely
I
doesn't get
know.
thrown around a lot out here.
Not around these parts. I ain't getting
No,
thrown
not
around
around
on these
these
parts.
parts,
No, sir.
man. Not around
No,
these
sir.
parts.
Speaking of these parts, I think I got to stay in your case. I wasn't going to bring it up, but I will because I'm hilarious. We're going to get you on a dirt bike, mate. This guy has acres of cornfields and he's never ridden a motorbike. And I'm like, dude, get you a $200 Facebook Marketplace shit. You'll have the time of his
Just
damn life.
pimping.
The
You
most
see my big
glamorous
ass?
ride
Oh,
on
sorry, I
people.
got to stop the swear. You see my big butt though out there on a dirt bike? Now that, hey, we want to
And
get
we're
a
going
video to go viral,
to,
man. We should set me up, on the dirt bike in those cornfields and just have me just totally, just fall. Just have me totally, just have a crash or whatever.
yeah, it's all
I
right.
mean,
Glass
people
is soft.
people set up. I've seen people set up worse. I mean, some of the stuff that I see, you could tell it's all staged. I mean, everything seems to be staged these days. Nothing
Well,
feels
yeah.
authentic.
That's why I made the channel though. There's this all this
Yeah,
inauthentic stuff, and like people are coming off looking for content. They're looking for actual people to talk to and people they can relate to if they're suffering. They don't want to view the slop. Like when I get com reels and stuff, why do you feel like crap watching stuff? It's just so like insincere in that, right? So that's why I'm trying to build something a bit different. As are
yeah.
you,
No,
right? We're trying to build something different to all that. So
I hear that. I mean, that's all. I
mm.
think it's just we have a yarn and we go from
Yeah,
there.
there we go. You said it. You
We
said
have
the
a
thing. You got it.
yeah. We're gonna have a yarn mate, and then Arsenal. Arsenal won. Do you keep up with the Premier League? Arsenal won, Man City tied, so they are 7 points ahead in the league. I don't know. I love talking football, and I don't use the S word for my people across in the UK because they get on me when I use the S word. Jay
But
Biggs, I'm sorry if I'm swearing, brother. My bad. I try my best. I try my best. What's going on? Melina is in the building. Sermafil, what's going on? My guy, one of my OGs. Aw.
ah, under attack. Under attack. You all right? You're being a bit intrusive. Hey, you're being a
Aw.
bit intrusive. Yeah, all right.
That's a pretty dog. It's a gorgeous dog. I'll
We've
give
got
you
number
that.
two now. We got number two over here.
Oh,
Hello, big fella. Hey, big fella. There
you're
you go,
gonna
mate.
make
Did
me
you
have to
need some
go
attention?
grab
So
my
you
animals now.
saw his sister got some and he needed some attention. All right, off there, fella. Off.
I love it.
Hey,
I
be
love it.
careful. Can you hop off? Hey, leave it off. Stop
No,
messing
those
with
are
the neighbor's
beautiful dogs.
cow.
Those are gorgeous dogs.
Off, dog. Off.
What's
There's a,
going
there's a
on?
cow out in the
Michael
paddock next door.
Burrows is in the building.
Michael Burrows, how's it going, man? Yeah, I can't put a question on this. I can't put a poll on it, and I can't turn off the auto translate. So sometimes it translates people's English messages into other
Doing good.
languages. It's a bit of a pain.
Really? I wonder why. I don't know how to do any of it, so I wouldn't even know
Uh,
how to do the
uh,
collab.
you
Come here,
continue
buddy.
on for a bit. I'm just gonna deal with the dogs. You chat about.
All right, for sure. I'm joking, brother. All goods. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I try my best to speak in a manner where I don't swear so much because I was just going on that whole tangent about uphearing to the English language, and I'm over here using bad words. So that is on me. I apologize for
You're
that.
all right. You're all right, mate.
Um, Michael's doing great. That's great to hear. Hey man, we got 10 likes. Not bad, not bad for a half
Oh, yeah, I'm
hour.
getting famous on here, man. Getting famous here. As I say, I
Oh,
usually do like 2.5 hours on here. Yeah, I try and do it sort of every day. Like at the same time, it's that's where like I had to sort of cut off the Instagram anybody could reach out to me thing just so like I separate because I care too much about people's things and like then they reach out and it stays in my head all day and stuff. So I've had to sort of make it that it like again it's not ideal, but like at the same time it's like I can sort of keep YouTube in this bracket and that's what I do and this is YouTube time and then the rest of my time is my own world, right? So it's finding that balance has been interesting. But
Jay Viggs he has a question. Where are you from, Matt? I'm from Chicago, United States of America, Chicago, Illinois. But now I live an hour away from Chicago, right on the border of Illinois and Indiana. Hey, Michael says he works in men's fashion. That's pretty cool. That seems like that'd be an interesting job to work in. That's I wonder if that's it has to be pretty good money. I would imagine.
yeah. She's speaking. Okay. All right.
Cool. Hey, I try my best.
Yeah, we're all trying to best. It's like I don't know if you would
Yeah,
have seen
right.
it.
I don't know what to
Did
do
you
with
ever did
that.
you I don't know how much it would have made it to America. Maybe you never heard of the show. Did you ever hear of a show called Faulty Towers?
What a song you
Fault,
said?
Fault. It was a TV show called Faulty Towers about a man who
TV
ran
show
a really
called Voltage Towers.
dysfunctional. Yeah, he ran a really dysfunctional hotel.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a moose head that said I speak English. I learned it from a book. Yeah, it's a very good scene. I'll link it to you later. We'll sort that
Okay,
out.
yeah, link it to me.
I'll fire it up. Somebody might know the reference.
I did that job for Eden's
Dan,
back in the
Dan White
90s.
and Bobby
Wanted to
Bolton
be
was a classic
made.
show, man. The old British comedies, like that's what I grew up on, was like Mr. Bean and stuff like that was all on TV here.
Yeah, I love English culture. You know, my
Oh,
maternal
David Bolton, no.
grandmother, my maternal grandmother's English. That was my favorite person in the world. Like my favorite. Only person I ever felt completely at ease with, never had
Hmm,
anxiety, felt like I could tell anything to. I miss her so much. I love the
yeah,
way the English appeared to the standard of talking, of course. You know, I'm always watching like period dramas. Not that that like represents what they are today, because they're like period dramas, of course. But that's like my favorite type of TV shows to watch are those period dramas out in England. What was I just watching? God, I was just watching one the other day. Love watching some Premier League football. Make sure not to use the S word because they hate that. Even though I guess from what I hear, they actually made the S word up.
Oh,
They made the soccer word up. But I see what I don't understand is why did America name their sport football when there was already a football and it was the most popular
oh.
sport in the world? Why would you not? I mean, without all the words in the world, why not just name it anything different than football when there's already a football? So that was kind of weird.
Ah, these are questions I've never considered. These are questions I've never considered, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'd like
yeah. I mean, just
this,
hey,
I,
well, yeah. I hope you don't hate me too much. I try to be
no,
kind
no,
to people. I try to treat everyone with respect. You
no,
know what I try to do my best. What's your name? Yeah, see, yeah. Is not box people in. Judge every single person on their own merit. So not all Americans are this, not all English people are this, not all
we're
Canadian
all
people are
individuals,
this.
man.
We're all our own people. I don't want to be blamed for
Everybody's trying to
what
put
someone else has
everybody in a
done.
damn box.
Don't put
Yeah,
that on me. I'm
yeah.
I'm over here
Everybody's
trying to
trying
do
to put
my best and
everybody
figure
into
out
a
my own
little
stuff and live
fucking
my own
box.
life.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I'm not going to
yeah.
judge you on something that happened. In England. Some stabbing. Oh, these guys, all they do is use knives. You probably might be the nicest person in the world.
Yeah, it's. I view it as everybody's always going to try and put you in a neat little cardboard box and file you away. So, mate, the only box I'm going in is a wood one, and it's a coffin, mate. I'm not beyond that. I'm out to live my life, right? Because people always have something to say. People always have something to, yeah, and everyone's trying to put everybody in a little box, and it's, I don't know, like that. I think that's a lot of why I don't get overly into sport. Like I don't really get into sports myself, just
Oh,
because it's
really?
the
Okay.
whole. It's like I don't get into, like, I'll be into bands, I'll listen to their music, but I won't go to a concert because it's like the kind of people you meet there. You get the extreme ends of the scale sort of come out into the world and stuff, and I just like to enjoy things for myself or like the experience with my friends or something, right? So like, yeah, just people get into sports and then it becomes drinking at the sports bar and this and that. And like I understand it's a hobby in that, right? Whereas for me, I was always more into cars, motorbikes. So I think I went that way. Like I was really into rugby when I was
Yeah.
young, and my grandfather watched rugby, and I'd watch rugby with my grandfather and my dad, and we played backyard rugby. But then it was like I got into BMX bikes, then motorcycles, then cars, and it was
Yeah.
like I like going fast, like cool. So I think that's where it made it. Like I can't go to a racetrack and watch car racing or motorbike racing because I just want to be out there doing it. I'm a terrible spectator and a worse passenger in a car.
Yeah, I hear it. Hey, Jeffrey, no spamming. I just talked about why I don't know why they named it that.
Yeah, Jeffrey, we're not going to
But
play with the spam, dude. I'll just time you out for 10 minutes. To be
what's
honest,
going
mate,
on,
no
Cracker
spam, dude.
Barrel? Hey, man, just chill. Try give us a chance, man. I mean, unless you're too young or just not at that stage to have a normal conversation, but we're
Call
trying.
paradise.
Um, yeah, I love watching Premier League football. Arsenal is the club that I root for. As far as
I
sports
love
going, you're talking about doing
it.
like bike stuff. I played basketball and baseball in high school. I wrestled when I was really young, but then I moved to Chicago. When I lived in Hyde Park, there was no wrestling team, so I didn't wrestle then. But did baseball, second base. Didn't have a strong arm, so I couldn't pitch. But man, I miss the baseball days. Baseball was like my dad was a little league coach for 20 years. 20 years. So he was also the commissioner of the league for like the last three. So I spent like all my days at the baseball field. That was like some of my favorite times of my
Hmm.
life.
Oh yeah, for sure. Growing up doing that, like that is to me, that's the time before there were phones, and like people are so time poor these days. And I wondered, like, why am I so time poor and stuff? And it's like the moment you look at your phone screen time, you start to get the answer pretty quickly. Versus like we used to like go to school, we'd come back, we'd be home by 3:30 in the afternoon, do homework, whatever. By 4 o'clock, 4:30, we were outside. We'd play till it was dark, even if it was like 8 at night, right? We'd come home for dinner, then we'd be straight back out riding our bikes and hanging with our friends or playing some video games with our friends for a bit or whatever, right? And I think a lot of people just lose so much of their life to this, right? Um, Sound, I would appreciate if you're more respectful, dude.
Hey, I'm starting my fitness journey. I know you guys are like,
But
I know what you guys are doing. I don't
sound is
understand I'm
sound is
overweight, but
yeah, Simon.
anything that you could say to me, I've already said about myself 100
Yeah.
times worse. I don't
We'll,
know if you
we'll,
guys are just like
we'll lean
seven
it.
or
We'll
eight,
lean into this
like you're
comment. I
just
just
too
want to lean
young.
into one
We were
comment
just
here,
talking about
bro.
trolls too. We were talking about the trolls just a little
Yeah.
bit ago. Now
Yeah,
they're
so
showing up.
I'll lean into this one comment from this guy, bro. He's come here before. This guy lives in a fool's paradise, mate. I'm sitting here smiling, Matt's sitting here smiling. We're living the life we're quite happy with, bro. We're not perfect. We're working on our lives. You know what's a bigger fool's paradise, bro? Is coming into our channel where we're trying to help people and you've got nothing better to do with your time than try and drag us down to wherever you're at. Hate only comes from below, man. So maybe reflect on yourself. Go buy a mirror. If anybody wants, send me your cash app or something, bro. Hopefully you donate your $10. Go to the thrift store, get yourself a mirror. You know, find a car parked on the street, look in the mirror, do some reflecting, bro, because you're not impressing anybody with that kind of behavior here, to be honest, and I'll just ban you. So I don't give a shit. I'm not going to
Oh yeah,
tolerate it.
if
It's my
he's
channel,
coming in all the time stressing you out, then yeah,
yeah,
fuck. I
yeah,
mean, yeah,
yeah.
screw him. Yeah,
I
you
try to
just
be
shadow ban him.
reasonable with these people, but they're going to be a dick.
All right. She said, how did you both connect? So that was through
All right, you're banned permanently, bro.
man
See ya.
Man of
Anyway,
Action,
continue, man.
right? It was D-Bird's
Yeah,
channel.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 3 minute action,
Yeah,
yeah.
I met you through D-Bird's channel, and then I did a
Yeah, yeah,
video talking about 3 channels that I'm watching recently.
that's right, yeah.
Yeah, and his was one of them that I talked about. Were you the one that sent that to him? Because he somehow like found it right away.
Yeah, I sent it to him and said that you'd mentioned him and stuff. I would have tagged you in it as
Oh,
well.
thank you for doing that. That's
Oh,
awesome.
well, that's where the community comes into it, bro. Where creators are genuinely trying to just help each other, and where me and you are, we're all aligning with creators that are of the same values as us. And then there's other creators. There's plenty of creators on YouTube that all work together. But for the sort of niche we're in, and we associate with the more genuine people who are trying to just have a good impact on the world, right? So that's what it's about.
Appreciate that, Jeffrey. Appreciate that. Yeah, man, I try to respect everyone. I try,
Yeah,
even people that come in trolling, talking crazy. A lot of times, I can actually. It doesn't have some people you can't change. Like, there's no matter what you say, but a lot of times I
yeah.
can get them to actually like start talking normal. You can kind of lean into the
Yeah,
joke, like yeah, bro, I understand I'm
bro.
fat. Yeah, I eat a lot, blah 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 blah. Let's have fun with it, and then eventually they're like, okay, all right, that's
Yeah,
not really
right.
working.
If that
Then
guy
they
that was just here who I've just hidden, if my message got through to him right before I banned him, I'm sure he can make a new account in a few days and he can, come and talk and be like, oh, I used to troll you, but if he wants to flip it up, but if he's just going to keep coming, as you know, with the trolls, they keep coming on new accounts, and it's just like they're just wasting their time, bro. It's sad to see. It's sad to see, but again, it's mostly kids and stuff, so I guess so. Such as life. We still have a good impact on people and stuff. So
I'm having
I
a
feel
good
a little
time.
bit better.
I think we got a lot of good people in here too. And
Yeah,
apologies,
cool.
I love that. That's one of my favorite English
Yeah,
sayings
this is
too.
fun.
Is the taking the piss. I love that one. That's another thing.
Oh, we're gonna end up having those
They don't
really
say that out
sound.
here in America. But
You're
that one
taking
I
the
did know. That one I did know. I didn't know about the
and
having a yarn, but I do know about the taking the piss one.
there's taking the Mickey would be more of an Australian kind of thing. I
Okay.
think yeah, taking the mick.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've messed up the language so bad out
Oh
here. I mean,
yeah, I can't.
it's like I wouldn't even know what they say at this point. I guess the proper way would be I'm sorry for disrespecting you, but people would say something like sorry for dissing you, bro. It'd probably be something like that out here.
Yeah, we're not travelers, bro. I'm building a cabin and stuff. So basically, my life situation changed, fell into alcohol and that, right? And it took me some time to clean up my life. And this is part of the solution, man. It's going to take a few years of work. So I got a caravan on some bare land first, and I built a garage. I'm building a cabin. I'm going to build all
Nice.
my cars, sell them off, and work on my new path. I bought a truck for going away camping and stuff, right? And I bought that, and straight away the gearbox failed, so that delayed all that plan, right? But it's just you go with the punches in life, man. That's what I'm about here. Is just streaming about that kind of stuff, and you know, I and Matt's the same. Matt lives on a few acres out in is it Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, right?
It's Indiana. It's right on the border of
Indiana.
Indiana and Illinois. So I'm an hour away
Oh,
from Chicago. But
yeah.
I'm originally from Chicago. Yeah.
He's got some acres out there and his dogs and that. And I guess whenever I talk about this kind of stuff, my brain just comes back to people sort of ask. I think the main thing I'm trying to do with this channel is when there's only influences around like Andrew Tate and stuff in the big scheme of things that are just like you need to be rich, you need to become a billionaire, you need to get a Bugatti. Like it's such at the extreme end with a lot of stuff. It's like you need to, and they always create. So here's how to become a millionaire and build this and build that. It's like man, if you're in your 20s and
All
stuff,
right, Jeffrey, hit me up.
focus on building stuff up. Having food in your fridge, right? Paying your bills and being, you're not gonna, you don't need to aim for solving your more immediate problems now. You're not going to try and solve your whole life in one hit. You're going to try and just build that up, right? And get yourself on a good foundation. where you're not so stressed and you can function and you can, rather than be stressed about just staying alive, then you've got that safe and you've got to, you can do things a bit more carefully and take that time to learn through podcasts and stuff and grow, right? And just go through the process. It's a long process. Well,
Did you see what Andrew Tate said recently? I mean, he did it just basically to get attention to himself
oh,
again, but he
like
said
everything, he's the world's biggest rage baiter ever. He's done it very successfully, though.
he
Not that
is.
I
He's very great at it. No, he made
know.
he made a good business of it. And he's made a lot of
Oh
money
yeah,
off
for
of
sure,
it.
for sure.
But what did he
Clips with
say?
season.
He said if you are out there having casual sex and not having children, you're gay.
Yeah, yeah,
He said,
yeah. He's
did you hear
basically
that one?
the king of trolls. That guy. He really is. He's a
Whatever. I
lunatic.
don't even know. I don't even know how to like respond to that. Like it's such a weird comment. I
Well,
think. I
it's
mean, I
just,
kind of
I
see
mean,
what he's saying.
oh yeah,
Go
well,
ahead.
it's
Go
all
ahead.
stolen. It's all stolen from the self improvement thing. Nobody's stuff is original. It's like anything I say I've learned about self improvement. It's not my idea. These are old ideas, right? A lot of them you can go back to the Bible and stuff, and they're ideas as old as time. But it's just, the guy is essentially a PIMP, right? He's that's what he's done to get where he is, and that, and like, you know,
Oh, right,
I
right, right,
I,
right.
I wouldn't sell myself out in that way. Like there's plenty of ways to make money in this world if you want to be, if you don't care about other people and stuff. Whereas to me, I'd rather be poor and just help people. I don't need to be rich.
Yeah,
There's
I wouldn't be able. I
there's
wouldn't be able
different
to
kinds of
sleep
richness,
sleep
right?
at night.
Yeah, yeah,
I wouldn't be able to
that's
sleep
exactly
at
it.
night.
That's exactly
Yeah.
it. I could not take money like that and exploit people and then be like, oh yeah,
Nah.
I'm going to enjoy my beach house. It's like, man, I have too much of a conscience, I suppose. Not that it's a
Oh,
bad thing, right? But that's viewed as like a bad thing now. It's like unless you've got a Lamborghini, But this is like this tiny little social media, this much the upper tier of people who own this stuff and are influencers. It's not reality most people are living, but it's what they're having presented to them, right? And these are the people who get all the following. So it is a hard thing to come up against as we're just normal Joe blogs, right?
so yes, yeah, Casey, yeah. Oh, that's how you say, yeah,
Well,
Casey,
I,
yeah.
I
All right,
go
so
by
she's
Venom
asking
on here, and this is
the
Matt Noah.
names. Yeah, at Venom Avenge, and then I'm at Matt Noah One. So they're actually I need to change my
It's in the
that's my
description as
government
well.
name. I go through by my government name, but there is actually another at Matt Noah with no numbers, and he's a way bigger YouTuber than me. He's like a ton of subscribers. So I do
Mm,
need to change it to something different because I think some people might be because I have like a bunch of people, not a bunch, but I've had like 6 or 7 people that follow my channel make videos of like just clipping like some of my
mm.
stream and like supporting me or whatever, and then I'll do a video of me like screen recording it, and me going and like watching it, so it promotes their
Oh
channel, and then
yeah,
it promotes my channel as well since they like showed me some
yeah,
love.
yeah.
But yeah, I need to come up with a name. I don't think I want to go by my government name the whole time on YouTube. I think I need to just like come up with something.
I've
But
got it. I've
and
got it.
you've been a part of that. I know you wanted to do Noah's Ark, but
I
there's
got a
like a
better one.
store named Noah's Ark.
I got a better one. I got a better one. My name's Matt, and Venom convinced me to get a dirt bike so I could be happy.
Oh, okay.
Might be a bit
So here,
long, but I have to compress it down.
all right, so here's a couple that all right, here's a couple that I've been going over. This is the one I came up with. It might be kind of lame, but square mat. And what a square is basically just a normal person, not gang affiliated. Um, doesn't kind of mess with that kind of stuff. Other people have came up with ideas. Nighttime Noah. What was another one someone came up with?
Noc-
M
noc-
Nova, like M Nova, like Matt
Nocturnal
Nova,
Noah.
Nova, which is
No,
close to Matt
Nocturnal
Noah.
Noah. Nocturnal Noah.
Nocturnal Noah.
Nocturnal Noah.
I mean, it is kind of catchy.
I dig
It
it.
is it is
I
catchy.
dig
Yeah,
it, man. I dig it. I tell you what, boy.
I've been going. I mean, I put that post up like a month ago, and I still haven't changed my name. I mean, yeah, I put it on
Slacking.
the back burner.
Slacking.
I just because it's like once I commit, I have to commit
Nocturnal
like
Noah.
100%. So I want it to be right. You like Nocturnal Noah? Giving it the thumbs up. Sean
Oh,
of the
he's
Brad
okay.
Live. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Sean, how are you, bro?
My hood
Sean
name?
agrees
Oh,
another
like
stream
oh,
of that.
okay.
Sean of the
I
Bread
just
streams. He's an Australian guy. who streams
Okay.
PS2 games on original hardware. So he's been playing Gran Turismo 4, Gran Turismo 2, Need for Speed
Oh,
Underground. Just
nice.
yesterday, he was playing Most Wanted. So his streams are just real chill, and it's just folks just chilling out, playing old racing games, bro.
Oh, I want to
But,
check it out.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I,
bro, leave a
that's why
comment
I
on
bought
one
my
of my
PS2, bro.
videos so I can go
Yeah,
check your videos out. I'll subscribe to you. If I could do it from here, I would. But wait, maybe I
yeah,
can since I'm
yeah.
not running the live.
Oh,
No, I
maybe I'm not
can't.
sure. Yeah, I'm
No,
sort out
I
how to do
can't.
it. But
I
yeah,
don't know
if
why they have
anybody's
it
just
set up
around
like
here,
that.
if you comment on Matt's stuff, he will sub you on that, right? So. Yeah, but Sean's actually the reason I bought my PlayStation 2 because I got rid of my Xbox One because you go to get on for an hour and you're playing online, then oh yeah, I'm gonna head off, and then three more of the boys come on that you haven't seen for a week. It's like, oh, come run a few laps. Well, it's like, okay, then more people come on, then you're there the whole night. Like with ADHD, I really struggled with that. And also the community in Forza Motorsport started to become really toxic from what it used to be, so I wanted to step away from it. I didn't have a gaming console for a while. I was a bit like I want a game, but I don't want the drama. And then I come across Sean's streams, and I'm like, yeah, why don't I just buy an old PS2 and just sit here? And me and my partner, we sit here and race motorbikes against each other. She's wanting to learn to ride a motorbike soon, so it's giving her sort of the understanding of how lines take through a corner and that, where she won't run off into a tree. So that's the start. Get her going,
we used to.
the bike repairs
I
are
used to
free and
have
the
a
video
group of.
games are all.
No, sorry, I was just gonna say I had a group of friends. We used to play the Call of Duty online, and we would have our headsets on, and it's basically when I got
Oh, the
right
good
out of
old
high
days.
school. So it's back in like Modern Warfare, like the
Oh,
first one,
oh,
World at War, bro.
my heart.
Yeah, you want to talk about like the trolls? That was nothing compared to those
I
lobbies.
mentioned that
The
on here
stuff that was
last
said,
week. I mentioned that.
man, the stuff that was said in those Call of Duty lobbies was absolutely insane. I heard the
Yeah,
N word more
there
than
was no filter, there
more
was
than a
no
Tupac
nothing.
album, or I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, it was crazy the way people would talk in those Call of Duty. You would have to mute people because it would just get so insane.
I say that on here most days when trolls come in and stuff and they're trying to offend me and they're like, you got crooked teeth and da da da. I'm like, dude, I was literally around from the earliest days of the internet and COD lobbies and chat rooms and stuff. Like,
Right, dude.
there's nothing I have not heard on the internet. So,
It was no hold barred. So those Call of Duty lobbies were absolute
yeah,
insanity.
hard times, man. Hard times.
It was like it had to be like some serial killers, that were playing on there. I mean, the way people were talking, it was
Well,
absolute
hey,
madness.
look. I'd rather they were on Call of Duty, getting it out of their system in a
Eh?
safe
Yeah.
environment, in a nice safe space, where it's only some foul language. I suppose it's better.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's true. So I haven't had a gaming system since the PlayStation 3. So I haven't gamed in quite some time, obviously.
Oh, that's because
Um,
you need a PS2, mate. You need a PS3. All this
well,
modern technology is destroying
Well, this is
society.
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait till the new Grand Theft Auto comes out, which I think is, from what I hear, is gonna be late November. But I mean, they've been talking about this Call of
Haven't
Duty
they been
now
saying
for
that
like
for like
over
a
a
decade?
decade.
Yeah.
But I mean, when it does come out, I'm getting that PlayStation 5, man. I'm gonna get I'll stream it too. Now I'll be called
Yeah,
a
yeah.
noob because my handles are gonna be rough, but I'll definitely do it. It'll be fun.
Hey, as we've talked about on here today already, bro, it's, no matter what you do, there's going to be judgment, there's going to be hate, there's going to be people, it's just people, bro. It's, you know,
At the end of the
whereas,
day, yeah.
like, I know busy people like, I know a guy worth 50 million bucks, right? And he runs 40 businesses. And the guy, like,
Damn.
literally, he'll ring me up and it's like, oh, hey, bro, how are you? He's like, oh, hey, man, I was just wondering if you could help me out with this and da, da, da. And in the background, all we can hear is, it's like, bro, what the fuck are you driving? He's like, oh, I just got a new Ferrari. But that guy's so busy, bro, that like I've driven his cars around for him and stuff. Like I've driven one of his Ferraris with him
Yeah.
passenger because he's like, I've got to take too many calls, right? So like even when he had the money and all that, but he never had time to enjoy anything because he was so busy. But that's the thing is you'll never see people like that hating in a YouTube chat, for example. Like the people with shit going on, right? They're too busy to come and talk bullshit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's like you've already won the moment they comment. So it's always a laugh, bro. But we do try help them. We do try say,
Well, you know what I've always noticed, Venom, is people that talk about having like money and cars, they're trying to like convince you. People that have
yeah,
actual wealth are too busy, like you said, living their life of wealth to be telling
mm,
people about it in a YouTube
mm,
chat.
Yeah,
Like I had a
yeah, we're
guy
out doing
that
it.
I had actually become kind of close with for a little bit through doing my streams. He became like one of my viewers, and I was talking through him through Twitter. And he was trying to convince me he was running 4 businesses at the age of 21, and
Yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
had his own chauffeur, and he had all this crazy stuff going on. And then I would go to his YouTube page, and he's live streaming him playing Grand Theft Auto for 10 hours. I'm like, I'm wondering who's running these 4 businesses while my man's playing
yeah,
Call of
yeah,
Duty for
exactly.
10
Yeah,
hours. But then he started to like tell me how I should live my life, not in a manner of like giving advice, but like he was talking down to me. And I finally was like, bro, I was like,
no,
I don't believe your whole BS about this owning the businesses. Like, I am fully transparent about what I did to mess up in my life. I've put it out there. The people know. I take full umbrage. I take full blame
yeah,
for it. I don't blame anyone else. But I actually lived
exactly.
a life and did some stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Same,
you're
same.
living in you're over there living in fantasy land. So
Yeah,
like
it's all
I
about
finally had to get rid of him.
right. Yeah, yeah. They're trying to impress everybody when it's just yeah, it's a different way to go. It's like I'm going to put on this image and I'm going to have all the fancy stuff and I'm going to or even claim to right. They want the status, but they don't want to do the work, right? And then they'll come and judge you. They're like, oh, you're not rich yet. You're not successful. So yeah, not everybody's chasing that kind of wealth, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody's chasing that kind of wealth, right?
Well,
Oh
but
shit.
I don't. He's already 2 terms. You can't do a third term.
Yeah, but I don't do any politics here, guys. That is the like sort of the one thing I don't do here, guys. Is
Oh,
like
that's right.
politics
That's right.
and all that, right? We keep away from that, preferably. Well, not preferably. It's something I don't go into. I will cover the reason for that once again. Is I'm about focusing on your own life. I'm not gonna go and waste my time. It's something that I know I can't change or affect. It's like I live under this umbrella. Here's the rules. How the world is. Yes, there's evil people in the world. Yes, world bad. People say they understand all the politics and who runs the world, and it's these evil shadow people, and the people who run countries are they don't matter, but they'll still go Trump this and that. I just don't do any of it. All right, so I'm about focusing on your own life, your own path. If you want your life to get better, if you want your family to be better looked after, or your friends, or to go on holidays, whatever it is you want to do, the best thing you can do is not go, I hope the government's going to change everything and everything's going to get better in the world. And that's when I'll be able to do it. It's an excuse. It's finding an external reason, right? You can still achieve a lot in this world if you want to, but I'm all about focusing on pursuing that. So that's why I keep the politics out of the channel, guys.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know it's
talk
not how
about it
you
too
feel
much on
about it.
mine either. Yeah, I don't really mess with the politics too much. Sometimes when people ask me, I'll give a slight
Mm,
opinion, but I don't like to talk about stuff that I don't have like that I'm not very educated on. I don't pay attention enough to really feel like my opinion is valid or matters that much.
mm,
Go. If you want to hear opinion of people that know about that stuff, there's plenty of news channels talking
yeah.
politics.
And
You can find that
that's
everywhere.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's everywhere else, and yeah, it's about you know, it's like the world. They're trying to distract us from everything. And it's like, well, it's working on you. It's working on that person if they're being distracted by it, right? It's taking time and focus from your life. So yeah, like I'm all about just that bit by bit, day by day progress and learning and growing, and focus on the things that
Yeah.
matter, build the life you want. But day by day, it takes time, right? Like you'd relate very well as well with your story, right? Like you have those down moments where you just feel like you're never going to make it, but that little bit each day, and then you hate yourself and you were a bit slack for a few days and you wish you'd done more in the past, whatever. Like, I think we all beat ourselves up in that way to some extent. And as you say, talk to ourselves worse in our head, but it's like, as you know, it's that bit by bit progress. It takes years, man. I think the new generation kind of expects it to happen quick. It's like, man, like just give it time, like let life marinate a bit, right? Kind of flow with it.
No, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I see a lot of people on Twitter. Facebook is probably the worst for this. Their whole personality is based on politics. Like politics has become their entire personality. Like that's
Yeah,
all they want to talk about. And like you'll see people get into an argument with something that's not even about politics, but since they disagree with them, it's like, oh, you're a libtard. It's like you don't even know if that person is a liberal or not. It's like you didn't even ask them. You just went straight to the libtard and all that craziness.
Yeah, yeah.
They get straight to it, man. They don't waste any time. I'll see like even in the YouTube comments sometimes it has nothing to do about politics, and all of a sudden it somehow gets there. I'm just like, how did we get there, man? This was a channel about Tupac. Why are we talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Trump?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It was it's coming to me. Hang on. George Carlin, the comedian. In
Oh,
my
great
opinion,
comedian.
the greatest comedian of all time to me is George Carlin. The next one down the list would be Bill Burr, who's very much the modern day George
Yeah.
Carlin. And George Carlin said it's about. Uh, I'm just trying to think exactly the language he used for it. I'll think of it. It'll come to me. Sorry, I'm lost on that last bit of conversation. I'm having a moment. But it was just, yeah, everybody has to care about, that's what it was. Everybody has to care about something. Everybody has to virtue signal. And like, I've seen that through the car world. It's like they buy a press. It's like, well, I'm not part of the problem. And that's what people seem to need to do on social media is like, I've got to put this on my profile picture so people know what country I support or whatever, or whatever it is, right? I guess it comes back to tribalism of some kind, but they want to present themselves in a certain way. And George Carlin would say this about like I'm going to drive an electric car. I'm going to get solar panels. I'm going to live this way. Like, I'm not harming the planet. Da 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 da. And that's what they're interested in is creating a little environment for themselves, and then everybody around them should be like them. It's like neighbors who are vegans who complain if the neighbor has a barbecue in their backyard in Australia, where people have barbecues and stuff. It's like if you're going to be you're going to be all about that. It's like, everybody, yeah. I don't have a problem with if somebody wants to be a vegan or if somebody wants to be a this or that or whatever. You can have your beliefs, but don't like. It's when they come and like just force anyone and shove it down your throat. And
Oh,
it's yeah,
right, right,
hey,
right. Yeah.
I'm just not going to play it, bro. It's just craziness. More distraction. More
Yeah,
distraction.
I'm always kind of like when I tell my stories about like some of the things that's happened with my life as a animal parent, I've made some mistakes, and I've learned. I
I
have
love
learned the
that.
hard
I love
way.
that from you.
I've learned the hard way, and I have learned from them, and I have fixed those mistakes. But some of that stuff I don't put out there because you got some of those animal people that are holier than thou, like that they've never made any mistakes. But
Mm.
I mean, like here's the thing: if the documentary of any of our lives was just put on a screen right now, we would all cringe. I know
Oh
if
yeah.
mine was put
Oh,
up,
that'd be good
if
too.
mine was put
Yeah,
up, I'd go hide in a corner. I'd be, oh crap, they're about to see what I
I'm
did.
posting it
But
every
I
day in
mean,
real time at the moment. It's fine. I'm posting it every day on here, all the cringe in real time. It's fine. They can enjoy it someday. We'll make a montage.
yeah, I guess so. Here, I could do talk about a little bit of some of the stuff back in the day. So
Yeah, we'll tell you, as I
when I
say, bro,
was
we'll be on for like another hour and a half. So just whatever, man. We'll keep it chill. I'm sure everybody's just sitting, kicking back, grab some snacks. Away we go.
shit, you're speaking my language. Hey man, I'm on a diet, bro. I'm on a diet.
Well, I've
I'm
been pretty
trying,
good.
man.
This is
I,
last
I'm
for a
I'm
couple of
trying. I
days. I've
am
been a bit
trying,
more.
and I am failing. You know what? I've been doing the exercises. It's the diet part that's getting me, man.
Well, I'm
And it's
glad if
that
you
it's
want.
that late night
I've got,
eating. It's that late
I've
night
got
eating.
40 pounds.
I'm not
I've got
hungry in the
40
morning,
pounds
but
on
at
going
night
on
I'm
that.
starving.
Yeah.
All right, but so all right, I'll tell a quick one. So when I was younger, I was my birthday was basically where I would either be the youngest kid in my class or the oldest. So my parents
Yeah.
decided to hold me back so I could be the oldest.
Oh, I'm
So
in the
in
other one.
high so okay, so in high school, I turned 18. And back in that time, now in the United States, you have to be 21 to purchase cigarettes, but back then it was 18. So I remember after school, I mean, just people lining up, following me to the gas station, and how embarrassing it was. Because everybody smoked different kind of cigarettes too. So it's like
I
I'm going in
definitely
there
had a
like,
lot of
can I
friends.
get
I
two
definitely
packs
had a
of
lot of friends.
Newports?
Yeah.
Yeah, two
Yeah.
packs of Marlboro
Yeah. You had a
Reds,
lot of
two
friends,
packs
right?
of Camel
Friends.
Lights. Finally
Yeah.
got to the point. I'm like, guys, you got to either start smoking some of the same brands, or we're gonna just have to go to a few gas stations, and you're gonna have to start paying me a little bit better because I am embarrassed by going to all these gas stations, and it's obvious too that I'm sitting here buying cigarettes for people.
Yeah,
Who
like,
smokes
come on,
who
guys, let's
smokes
start buying.
seven
Let's start
different
buying the
brands.
bricks. That's the same ball. Yeah, I got start buying bricks instead. Yeah, yeah, the bricks are 10 packs. Yeah, yeah.
Right? Neighbors is
Yeah,
my favorite TV soap. I don't know that one. Do you know that
It's
one?
it's an Australian one. It used to be on New Zealand
Okay.
TV for 30 years, but yeah,
It's
so
like
popular.
old school. You're saying it's an older one.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's disturbing. The whole theme song just popped into my head, but I ain't singing it. I could sing it, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna exercise some
Okay. I just
self-control.
seen it in the
Gonna
chat.
retain
I was
some
just,
dignity. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm always looking for
Spoken away as
recommendations.
well. Never really been
I'm
into the
always looking for
dramas and
stuff to
stuff.
watch.
Yeah, yeah. Live and learn.
You
I
can
think
be,
TJ. Life is a lesson. Live and learn. Yeah, you got me hungry. Eating my muscles. Jay's been sitting there talking about muscles for 3 days. I keep not buying them, bro. Like he had some cooked mussels the other day. Now he's finishing off the mussels with some mussel chowder. Oh mate, do you get mussels over there or not? Like seafood?
I mean, it's not. I mean, yeah, we do, but it's not like as prevalent as the way you guys are talking. That's like
Oh yeah,
something like
here.
special. That's like something special you would go out and get, like
Oh
at a
yeah,
nice
here it's just
dinner.
in the supermarket. And they have water spraying over it, and you just take them fresh, live, bring them home, and steam them in some wine and some
Really?
garlic, whatever you want to put in. Right, so you steam them open, then just shove them down.
See,
I
my
might go buy
favorite.
some today. I think I'll actually, if they have any, I might actually head out after this. I think I'll go buy a big bag of mussels, steam
Hey,
those up.
I'll send you my address. No, I'm joking. But so people always ask me this question, right? What's my favorite food? And I give two answers. So if I had the money to get it, lobster. Something like lobster, crab legs, some
Yeah,
nice shrimp or something like that. But
yeah.
obviously not going to be paying that kind of money. Now, if you're
No,
talking
no,
like
no, no.
something that you can
We
have
ain't.
often,
Hmm.
homemade tacos. And I'm not talking tacos homemade, like you make them yourself. You dictate
Yeah,
the
yeah.
type of ground beef
Good
that you
bit of
get
mince
because
in there and stuff. Yeah, yeah,
the places out here that make Mexican food, it's garbage. It's absolutely horrendous. Even like the
yeah,
places that are supposed to be authentic, it's not. Like just
yeah.
all the ingredients are cheap. I feel like I'm sick to my stomach every time I eat it.
It's
Like
like
I
why I
just
never went
I
into
can't.
Subway. I went. I mean, I've had Subway a reasonable amount of times in my life, but it was like always that frustrating experience of just not being able to make it. It's like, no, put more of this on, put more of that on. Like I like a lot of olives on my Subway sandwiches, right? And I'd be like, oh, put all the olives you can on there, and they'd be like, they put like 10 on it. I'm like, no, no, buy the handful, put as many olives as you can put on this thing without getting fired. And they'd look at me and be like, nah. I'd be like, no, no, I'm actually serious.
Nice.
I'm not joking, mate. Every time I ask you people and you get this wrong, just load it up. You should barely be able to close it. Put rubber bands on it, you know?
Ah, that's funny. That's funny.
Tip
That's
the whole thing in
hilarious.
it. Yeah, I
Oh,
have a
did you?
strange penchant for black olives in Subway sandwiches. I don't know why.
Oh, did you pin this comment?
Yeah, pin that one up.
What does it say?
Great
I think
comment.
you two are a good team, Fab. You both connected to show humanity is not all doom. Nice. That was a nice
Yeah, not
comment.
bad for a first time. This is
That
the first time me and Matt have ever talked to ever. Neither of us done a collab before. So I did one on my old channel with a guy, Sebastian, who was little LIL Goat Boy on YouTube, and he's like a 17-year-old fitness guy who does like bodybuilding and stuff. Cat, and look, it's a cat. Oh, look, it's a cat. Cat, look, cat,
hey, pretty girl.
cat. Is it a cat?
Yeah. This
It's a
cat
cat.
was a stray. I fed her for over a year before she even let me pet her because she was
Yeah,
just sketchy.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
she's like the
Yeah,
now
yeah.
she's the most affectionate cat I've
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
had.
swinging on
You
your
know,
shoulder. Yeah, yeah. That total
I
trust.
didn't
Yeah,
even care. You like I
love
didn't
that
even
dog.
care that she didn't let me pet her because like she had no food source. I'm like, it's the right
Yeah.
thing to do, feed
And
her.
it took,
But
took a year. Still took a year to get that full bond, eh?
oh, for
Yeah,
sure,
tough.
man.
Yeah.
She would be hissing at me while I'm putting her food on the ground for
And
her to
yeah,
eat.
to get to that point, bro, that's a lot of dedication for sure. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. This is my baby right here. And you want to know what her name is? Kitty. And you want to know why? Because when she was a stray, I wasn't planning on her being my cat. So I was just like, "Hey, Kitty, what's going on, baby? Hey, Kitty girl."
I just
And
answered some
um,
chat here. I
and
just
when she
answered some
moved
chat
in,
here real
I
quick,
wasn't
bro.
gonna
Hold
just
up.
name her like Amanda or something. It
Yeah.
would confuse her.
Just hold up. I'll just see what's going on
All
here.
right, go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
with the cigarettes, bro. Yeah, yeah. They put all the tooth and the cancer and whatever on the packaging. They don't show you the brand or anything. It's all blank packaging. Um, crayfish, oysters. Oh, Jay, I'm definitely going out to buy some mussels today, bro. I'll just hopefully they have them. I'll have to go up there and see. King, we're just having a chat, bro. This is a streamer from America. This is Matt Noah, and he's just another creator that I've met through YouTube, through Men of Action, through D-Bird's channel and that. So yeah, we're just having a chat about life and experiences and all that, man. And yeah, we both sort of have the same ambitions on YouTube, just to help people and have a chat and talk about life, the usual kind of thing, man.
Yeah, for sure. Talking about past mistakes, trying to learn from it.
Yeah, and just whatever,
You know,
just chill with it.
trying to find the wisdom in it. Cause I, man, I've hit so many rock bottoms, and it's like when you hit those rock bottoms, you find out like there's a basement to that rock bottom. Like it just, it
Yeah,
keeps on
yeah.
getting lower and lower.
I, I remember the first time I heard that statement, about rock bottom having a basement. I think it was staged. It was that blonde chick getting arrested. She was being stopped by the cops, and she's like, "Did she? I didn't know rock bottom had a basement." Man, I laughed.
Right?
I laughed my head off at that. Rock bottom had a basement. And that's like I saw it right as I was going through like my rock bottom hard time scroll. It's like I didn't know rock bottom had a basement. I was just like, oh my god.
Yep. Well, rock
Um,
bottom has many basements, man.
Many
It just keeps
basements, yeah,
going
man.
down. Many basements.
Many basements all the way to hell. Yeah.
What's up, XI Saturn? Thank you. Yeah, this was a stray
Hey,
cat
Seth,
that I fed for over a year before she even let me pet her, and she eventually moved in. Her name's Kitty.
got to catch them all. Got to catch them all. Yeah.
Oh
Well,
man, you know what?
what you're saying about us talking and sort of working things out through conversation. My mate's dad used to say it a lot. Separating the wheat from the chaff. By working through the conversation, you separate the wheat from the chaff. You're focusing on what's of value, right? Just yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh, she's loving the chin scratches. She's loving
Well,
the chin scratches.
Jay is hungry for muscles, man. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm
Oh
not gonna
man.
go up and buy. I'm not gonna go up and buy 10 muscles or something, bro. I'm gonna buy a bag like this freaking big of muscles. Steam them up, mate.
Oh, you're all
We'll
good. You're all good with
get
the
up and
banter.
later.
You're all good. And you were great. You're one of you actually made this a lot of fun with your conversation in the chat. So we definitely appreciate you being here.
Yeah, we love it. We
Yeah,
all
get
have a
some
good
rest.
night.
Yeah, it's like 6 hours ahead in the UK. So like the games will be on
But
at like
yeah,
6:30,
see, mate.
7 o'clock p.m. I'll be watching them at like 1
Yeah,
1:30. Watching my
yeah.
my Premier League
Shout out,
football.
shout out to
Come
there
on,
as
you
well from me.
Gunners!
It's good to have you here, dude. Great to have you around. And yeah, as Matt said, we had some great chat with you, man. So it's been great to have you around. I'm glad you found the channel too. That's why we're both on here, man, is to connect. That's all me and Matt are about, is being genuine and real and raw. Like, we're not perfect dudes, we're just average Joes. And I think there's so much value in that with all this AI stuff coming out and all this crap and all this slop and all this stage crap. For us to just be real and genuine as real people can, get along with it.
So Jay's asking nationality. So I'll give it to you. I'm a European mutt. So 25% English, 25% French, 25% German, and 25% Dutch.
Man's been in a European blender.
Yeah, I'm the
Culture.
European mutt. Yeah,
You're a man
European
of
blender over here.
you're a highly cultured man.
1-0, 1-0. Yeah, and then City tied too.
Oh
City
no, we're talking
tied. So
about
now they're
sport
up
again.
seven
Hold
points.
on. I'm talking about sport. I'm going to
Oh
sleep.
God, you got to watch some Premier League football, bro. But Koyasaka scored a screamer.
Shit. Can't do it, man. I can't do it. Can't do it. Do it.
He's got a plastic. Oh, he's got his own. He's got those muscles going. Yeah, 7 points ahead. I'm
Muscles?
sorry when I do this. It's not a two. So basically, I used to work at the Chicago Board of Trade, and we did hand signals. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you just would turn it for 6, 7, 8,
Oh,
9.
okay.
10 was the chin. 100 was up here. So yeah, I missed those days working at the Board of Trade. Sell 3 at
Oh,
8
you're on the
even.
Jack. Right.
All right, good night. Have a good one. Appreciate you. Appreciate
Jay,
you. Hope
Jay's
to
just
see
here
you in
saying he
future
filled a whole.
streams. Hope to
Jay's
see you
just
in
in there
future
saying he filled
streams.
a whole bag himself of
Hey, we got
muscles.
19 likes, bro.
Oh yeah, we
19
can give
likes
him
is
something.
19 likes is good. I think that's
Baby.
good. I don't know.
We going to the
I
moon
miss
on the channel, bro, and yours as well. We going up, man.
we're,
Going up.
we're heading up there,
All
man. We're
good.
heading up there.
Love it. Love it, mate. It's good, mate. Come on, mate, take the piss a bit, mate. Have a bit of a laugh, talk about a bit of serious stuff, mate, and just work it all out, mate. It works out all right, mate.
I love your personality, man.
Gotta keep it light. Gotta
You're
keep it
good
light
people,
and
man.
fun,
I'm
mate.
so I'm
Yeah.
so happy that I met you. Like you've been one of the
Oh,
people that
no,
I've
no.
really enjoyed. Like
I
through
really
since
did,
I've been
mate.
doing
I
this
didn't mean
journey.
to. That's awesome.
So I've been doing like really doing so I made like 3 videos going back a couple of years and did nothing else with it. I'm just
Yeah,
hoping that it would just boom, like, oh man, I'm gonna do these couple of videos and yeah, I'll probably be doing the world tour. Maybe me and Speed and Kai Sonato will hook up.
oh,
Just
yeah, yeah.
just delusional thoughts or whatever. But but
Yeah, yeah, you
so
can get more grounded with it.
so
Yeah,
when reality hit and I got like 3 or 4 views, I put it on the back burner. So I started
yeah,
doing it like seriously mid-November. I started just doing videos telling stories about my life, funny stories, funny things that have happened to me, top 5 lists, my
yeah, yeah,
animals,
yeah. Yeah. That's when I
anything
just
and
sort of
everything.
first get you for the
Yeah.
D-Birds channel and that, and you were doing the shorts on the top of list and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, so I got to 150 January 1st. It was like exactly by New Year's. And then I started streaming mid January. And I think honestly, that's the best way to get subscribers. Like, it's hard to get subscribers through videos, in my opinion, unless you're like
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
best video makers in the world.
yeah.
You're
Especially if
competing
they
with
like,
millions of
yeah,
channels and videos.
yeah. And you're especially like, I mean, the first 1,000 to 1,200 views on any short are just seeding. It's only a test audience. So
Yep.
um some people will go, oh, I got 100 views on a short, and other people are like, oh, I'm up to 1,000 views. It's like it's a bit better, but unless you're getting past that 1,200, 2,000 mark, like it's just seeding and testing, and then it's just saying, oh no, we're not going to push it out. Meanwhile, the stuff you're up against is the best content creators, that get millions of
Oh,
likes. Or,
yeah.
you know, I gotta say it does. Like I like the little kid points award of shorts. Like a kid will do a jump on his mountain bike. It's like use this sound. Da, 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 da. It's like 87,000 likes. So it's
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never had
Yeah.
more than 10. Like that's usually what puts me off YouTube. To be honest, I was like I'll scroll through shorts or something, and you just keep catching these ones where it's like I never get more than 10 likes, and I want to pretend I'm famous, and it's like I understand it's so
Yeah.
not, but I mean, it's just being pushed on all these kids' channels and stuff. I basically try to swipe off it as quickly as possible, training my algorithm. Like, I
Thank
don't
you.
want
Thank
this
you.
stuff, man. So try to do my
I
best.
appreciate that, Jay. I appreciate that.
Hey,
The
that's
one I
I
see
don't
a
want to be an
lot
Ollie, man.
recently is let me check to see if I went viral today. No?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let me check again.
Let me check. Let
Let me
me
go
check.
check again.
I
You
laughed
know
at one
what?
of
I
the
just can't
reality
do it,
guys in the
man.
early
My
days. Yeah.
dignity, I guess I thrown my dignity away a long time ago with like the stupid stuff I did, but I can't do that. I just can't do
Stop
it, man.
talking yourself down, bro. I don't. I'm not even jokingly. I don't like this bloody like self-deprecating like,
Hey,
yeah,
hey.
I'm not that smart a
It's
guy.
a lifetime of doing that. It's a
Yeah,
lifetime of
yeah,
doing
don't
that.
do this stuff, man. Damn, bro. Got to keep it all the time. Got to keeping that reality where you're freaking strong, mate.
Big and
But
strong.
you mentioned earlier
You
about
know
the
what? I think
diet
I
stuff,
still
man.
got
What
like
about?
my
You
arm
want to do
still has a
carnivore?
little bit of muscle to it.
Oh, see,
No,
first check, bro. Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, bro, carnivore diet, like that's what I always recommend for anybody, bro. That's what I
you
went for.
said
Like,
to
I
go
looked
into
at
keto.
yeah, keto carnivore, bro. Keto flu sucks. Um, but it's only a couple of days where you're just really tired, low energy as you transition over. And
I
once you
don't need
start
any
getting
more of
started back on
that.
that, right?
I don't need any
Uh,
more of that low energy,
yeah,
man. My
these
blood
last
work was
3 days
horrible.
of low
Of
energy,
my
then
own
you'll have
doing.
higher energy than you ever had. You
Matt,
won't have
what's
the
up?
brain fog. You don't have brain fog and all that. But a lot of the reason people struggle with diets and stuff is like um, eating carbs is going to make you crave more carbs. It's just how the system works. So it's the whole you go out for a big
Yeah.
family dinner or something somewhere and you're eating and you're like, oh man, I couldn't eat another bite. What happens when somebody brings out a sugary big cake or whatever dessert? Oh, actually I
I
couldn't
eat
fit it in.
another bite.
So there's no way you'd get another mouthful of steak or anything in you, right? So it's the extra dessert stomach, and that's the carbs you've had. You just want more carbs, more carbs. Whereas when you eliminate the carbs and live off fat and steak, your gut biome adapts, and you crave steak. Like to me, when I went carnivore after about 2 weeks, it was like I didn't want to eat any chips or any bullshit. It was like, oh, steak, yeah, oh, bacon, it was like it
Yeah.
doesn't get that boring or anything. Um, but the thing is you lose those cravings for those foods. So the only other thing I added through carnivore initially was avocado, because avocado basically nukes your gut microbiome, so it'll kill good and bad bacteria. So that's where all the cravings in the gut biome come from to the brain for wanting these kind of foods and stuff, right? So people go on a diet and they're like, why can't I give up like the odd donut or this or that? I really struggle to stay disciplined. It's like you've got a gut that doesn't train for it. Whereas, yeah, you have avocado and kill that off, and you're eating steak and eggs and mince and whatever, right? Cheese, milk. You can have a bit of milk, but yeah, you're trying to keep the carbohydrate under 50 grams a day. So basically, I went carnivore diet, and the only thing I've mainly added is milk. So I'm not in keto all the time. So I'm just flowing along. It's a bit of fat and calories that way. But that's, I mean, I dropped 40 pound in like 3, 4 months. I had a friend who I got onto carnivore, and he
That's
was dropping a
impressive.
kilo a day. So you're talking like 2 pounds a day. He was dropping for the first 2 weeks, and it's just like, some of it's water weight and that, but yeah, he just dropped. He dropped like 60 pound off in 2 months by just being real strict on it, and that, man. And then you can go back and eat whatever the heck you want. And then if you start to put on a few kilos, it's just go to keto again for a couple of weeks, and you just so
Yeah.
that's the only other time I do carnivore is in the depths of winter. I will do pure carnivore just because after breaking my hip, I cannot sleep on that side at all in winter. It's just too much pain. So it really stops all the joint inflammation, all the pain. You don't have any pain on carnivore diet. You don't sunburn either on a pure carnivore diet, funnily enough.
Hmm.
Yeah, everyone's like, I think it was
I'll look
vitamin
into it.
C.
I'll look into it.
You don't sunburn.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a lot of interesting stuff we can work from there. But yeah, it's just a few little things about it. That's what I chose to do anyway.
All right, I'm gonna answer a couple chat things here
Yeah,
real
go for it,
quick.
man.
Matt's yeah, the World Baseball Classic that started tonight, right? So yeah, I
It's a
know.
sport.
Yeah, Venom doesn't like the sports. I'm a sports
No,
guy. I love
no,
watching the sports.
give me a minute.
But yeah, I'll definitely I'll probably be checking some of that out. Saturn says has the same cynical self deprecating humor. Yeah, I definitely.
Oh,
Yeah, I know myself, so I'm an easy target for myself because I know everything bad about me. So yeah, yeah, it's easy to have the humor. And I don't like disrespecting other people. I rather disrespect
oh,
myself. And I got to have fun somehow. I got to make fun of somebody, so it might as well be me, right? All right, Jeffrey. So
stop
sorry.
it. Oh my God.
Matt, how do you get XP in the live? I have no idea. I am not sure
Yeah,
how you
about
get
every hour.
XP.
This is
I don't think I've
XP.
ever gotten one of those like like people send those gift things or whatever. I don't think I've ever even got one of those.
Yeah, the XP they dish it out about every hour, so you can tap on the little crown thing and it'll tell you. But it's about every hour you'll see it. So suddenly you see someone popping up with the number one next to them or whatever. Basically, you got to do 3 or 4 comments when the live starts. You'll be in that top three, or it's like every hour. Just it don't matter. We still love you. We'll still notice you even if you don't have a number next to your name. Still show you some love, mate.
Says I quit YouTube, my mental health.
Yeah,
Jeffrey,
I,
I talk to you
yeah.
every day on YouTube. What are you talking about? Um. Oh,
You
but
mean just
you
like
you
creating Jeffrey,
wait.
or
That's
what?
but no, that's
What
my buddy though. That he just talked about his cousin passing. That's right.
yeah, that's right.
Hey, hit me up. Hit me up after the live. I'll talk to you if you need
Yeah,
someone to talk to. I'll definitely talk to you. Even on the phone, I don't care. I'll talk to you on the.
videos.
I'll talk to you. I'll
Yeah,
talk to you on the celly. I'll talk to you on the
I
celly.
feel that Jeffrey is you do have to take care of your mental health. That's why I did my first channel when I got rid of that for a while and went, okay, I'm going to rethink it, and did a second one, and then it was like, okay, I've learned like I need to step away from this, and that's why I got rid of the last channel I had. Was I
Nice.
need to step away from this for a month or two, go live without a YouTube channel, and okay, do I want to keep doing this? And if I come back and do this, how am I going to do it that's sustainable for my life? How do I manage it that it just fits in that slot and it's not going to stress me out? Because I do care a lot about people and stuff, right? And the stuff, and I wasn't affected by trolls and stuff, but it was like I always want to help people all the time. And then I was laying awake at night with it all in my head, affecting my mental health. So that for me, I unfortunately I had to make it so people can't reach out to me through Instagram and stuff, and it's made it all private for my friends and that. But I am available here, and I've sort of set a dedicated time for doing this, or a bracket of my day. I try and do 2, 3 hours down here, and then outside of that, I'm just doing whatever, right? Got my music on, doing my thing, right? So yeah, your mental health comes first over any channel, bro. So you do you, man.
So looks like Saturn lost some weight. So shout out to Saturn losing that weight.
Yeah.
Bicycle and
Cycle,
back from work to
yeah,
so he
cycle,
bikes
yeah,
back and forth
yeah,
to work. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
That'll drop the
Hey, you're
weight. Yep,
killing
just
two
go.
birds with one stone, right? You're saving money on gas. You're getting, you have to go to work anyways, and you're getting your exercise while you're doing it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
and you're
smart.
getting
That's
outside,
smart right
getting out
there.
and
That's
work,
a
getting
that's a
some
good way to
local
do it.
run, you're hitting a
Shout
lot
out
of
to
things, right?
Saturn.
Yep, that's it, man. They- It's
Jeffrey quit
amazing
posting
how
videos.
it's
I don't
amazing
know
how
who I
little
want to win.
extra effort it can take, right? To improve your life, it can be the smallest of little things, and everything just compounds and stacks up, and it's just like for example, the trolls will come in here and they see I live in a caravan. They're like, "Oh, like look, you're a loser," It's like, man, like I'm trucking along great. Like, it's life's what you make of it. You deal with, you've got to work with whatever tools are at your disposal, whatever position you've got. If you've lost everything and you're screwed, well, you're still alive. You can still do something. But like, you're not in the position of somebody with $1 million there to buy a business, right? You're where you're at. But we always have something to work with, to people you can reach out to and stuff, right? You can always find solutions.
Who's on the Italy team? That's a strange one to go for, Matt. Who? I'm not. I can't even think who's on like who's Italian that plays like who the main guys would be. I gotta be honest. I haven't really like looked into like who's on all the different countries and different teams. You're actually 46% Canadian, 19% Italian. Okay, all right. Thanks, guys. Means a lot coming
I'm
from
not sure
authentic guys
about
like
it.
yourself. Hey, no problem. Yeah, I know that's awesome that you did that, man. I'm sure you feel great about it. I know I would. I would be. I'd be thrilled with that kind of loss and weight.
Feeling good for some push-ups later today, man. I needed to get after this flu, man. This flu leveled me, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
my back is
sore.
killing
I'm
me.
sore
This
from not
I'm in
working
this
out
like
instead of
rocking
working
chair,
out.
man. My back is straight up messing with
Yeah.
me. Where's all my animals at? Let's see. I know we're 3 out of 4.
Animals? I got one, two. Yeah, they're all accounted for.
Yeah, I'm missing one. I'll have to go look for him later.
Yeah.
I
Like, yeah.
hopefully he didn't get outside. Harry's been known to sneak outside like when I'm letting the dogs out. That's my male
He's out,
Russian
man.
blue. But
She's out cold. That's why I stream at this time. This is when the dogs nap, so she's out like a light.
Vinny Pascatino, Jack Cagelina, and Add Avina, much more. Okay. I know Vinny Pascatino from the Royals. So I'll tell you about my Russian blue male cat. So my first cat I ever got was like around COVID times. Her name was Violet, Russian blue. I didn't know what I was doing with cats. She gets pregnant from a stray. So litter of 6 cats. So you're talking 3 twins, black, male, female, Russian blue like the mother, male, female, gray tabby, twins, male, female. So a perfect 6, right? It was pretty cool. I eventually adopted them out or whatever. But Harry, the male Russian blue, I kept. And
Sorry, guys. I'm still recovering from this flu a bit. Continue, Matt. I'll just.
yeah, so I don't get them fixed right away. And I live on, I live on a ton of property, and I kind of let him be an outdoor indoor cat. Well, obviously he was looking for a mate. This cat would just disappear and not come home for days. So I got sick of getting worried about him, thinking that he was dead or whatever. So a buddy of mine, he had like this GPS that he wasn't using, and he had like the app. So I put this GPS on the cat's collar, right? And I remember going and looking to see like where he would be and like how much ground he was covering. I kid you not, he was all over the neighborhood. I mean, he was
Sorry,
covering miles upon miles. I could not believe how far this cat
oh,
was
yeah.
was
He's
going.
way
So
more
fine,
good.
he's fixed now. So he's fixed now. He's no longer like goes or disappears or anything like that. He always sticks around the neighborhood or like
Yeah.
my property. But one more story about Harry, real quick, just to kind of go along with
Hey,
this.
go for it,
So I
man.
was
I'm
trying to go to
okay with it. Chilling.
yeah,
All
so I'm
good.
trying to back up the car to go to the gas station, right? And he won't get out of the way. He just won't move. So I grab him, and instead of like walking to the house and put him in, I just throw him in the car. So drive to the gas station, drive to Casey's or whatever, open the door, just kind of do my own thing. Lo and behold, there's a stray cat in the parking lot, and he just whips out the car and chases this cat. I'm
Cool.
looking for Harry for 2 hours. Can't find him.
Yeah.
It's about like it's like a 10-minute drive. Maybe no, it's probably like a 7-minute drive. So I don't know how long that would be in like walking, maybe like hour and 45 minutes or something like that. So
something like
I
that.
finally have to go home and give up. I wake up the next morning to go look for him again.
And
He
there's a
just
cat.
pops out he just pops out the cellar. Just pops out
Yeah,
the cellar like nothing happened. He knew his way
how
home because
far away is
he
that?
knows the neighborhood.
Yeah, 7 minute drive, you reckon? Yeah, yeah. They always find their way back. Eh? It's quite impressive. The beauty of animals. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had a cat myself. I've considered getting one, but I mean, we've got possums here bigger than cats, and possums are claws this big. These possums are like they'll, if a cat decides to fight a possum, it doesn't tend to go very well. So,
Oh, so we had
hello, Jeffrey.
Matt's lost one of his cats. His cat Loki is a tortoise cat, and he ran away, and we found him dead the other day. Oh no.
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry, man. Rest in peace. I talk about this a lot on my stream. I have dreams all the time about my animals that have passed away, and it's like I'm trying to save them in my dreams. I'm like trying to like do something to like save them from something happening. And obviously they're already passed on, but no, that stuff hits home, man. Animals, pets, they're family. You know. And
Yeah,
I feel bad. I feel bad for his twin brother that has to deal with the loss too. Your other cat.
yeah. I personally, my sort of is, I haven't lost any pets yet, but I've lost a lot of people, a lot of friends. I think that's what replays in my nightmares and stuff. Is when I was on rides with motorcycling friends, they get killed in front of you, and all the trauma of that. Certainly, I mean, we're talking 20 years later, it still happens, right? It's just
Wait, you said
stays with
somebody
you.
got in a crash in front of you, like while
Oh
you were
yeah,
riding
yeah,
with
yeah,
them?
yeah. Two best friends, like 3 years apart. I was in that circle. I had a best friend. He got killed, and then moving on from that, and that was in front of me. And then moving on from that, a couple of years later, the other friend had become my closest friend, and he got killed. We lost a few others of our group between. Like basically, me and 5, 6 mates used to always ride together, like pretty much every weekend. But we'd go out of work, we'd work a full day, get home, do our stuff, and we'd be out the door to meet at a gas station by 6 p.m. and go for a 2, 3 hour ride. Right, that's what I was doing when we were 18, 19, through till probably about 18 until 22, 23. We weren't on the highway doing wheelies and stuff. We were out in the twisty back roads, like trying to learn to ride better and stuff, bro. But yeah, me and one other mate survived that, and all the other ones we buried in 2 years, man. Just all sorts of horrific things I won't go into, but it definitely gives
Man.
you a perspective on life, right, through that loss, and that's where I can relate to it through to pets and stuff, right? It's just things that traumatize us. They do stay with us, and it's you know I frame that, and I think a more positive framing for it is what you learn from, what you take from it, and it helps you appreciate and cherish people around you or animals around you while you have them. Like my dogs, I certainly cherish a lot more, knowing, especially with Zed, the boy, he's getting older, his hips are starting to go, he's getting pretty on now, and I'm going to enjoy that time with him, right? So. And that's again comes back to why I don't do politics and war and all this distraction of the world. It's like spend time with your parents while they're around, spend time with your family, your brothers, sisters, or friends who are
Yeah.
struggling, and help them out and stuff. Like these are far more important things that you can actually affect and have impact on, right? So that's what I'm always going on, harping on about on here.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. Definitely. We get lost in the matrix, man. And I think I agree with like what you're saying is they do that on purpose, so they can hide what's really going on. All the BS the government gets away with, all the money they steal from the people,
Oh
you
yeah,
know.
oh yeah, exactly. It's all just rubbish, bro. It's all
But
rubbish.
yeah, you said not to get into politics, so we won't even go down that rabbit hole. We
Oh
won't
no, no,
go
yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly. We touch on it like that. Of the only way I talk
Yeah.
about politics was to talk about the reasons I don't talk about politics.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. Talk
Yeah,
about
because
politics, not to talk about politics.
otherwise people can perceive it as if I found if I don't do that very well, just like because you know nothing about it, you haven't looked into any of it. It's like I'm aware of all of it, man. You know I've just taken a different outcome from it. I'm solving the problem instead of living in the problem. Right, I'm going to solve the
So
problem. This isn't benefiting me, right? So
Matt, shout out to your grandfather. I hope he gets out to hospital soon.
yeah, yeah.
Hopefully
Best wishes
everything
to
works
you,
out for him.
yeah.
Jeffrey, I'm not sure. I guess you're messing with the languages a little bit. I see
I'm not sure.
some
Yeah,
Mandarin maybe going on in there. I'm not sure what the next one is. So
yeah.
I can tell you how I met Jeffrey. Jeffrey and his homeboys. if you don't mind me telling the story how we
Oh
met
yeah,
Jeff, you
no,
can let me
no,
know.
we're here to
You
hear
would no,
just about that.
I'm asking him actually.
Oh yeah,
No, because I don't know if he wants me to like talk about kind of some of it. It's up to him. I mean, he would have to tell me yes in English, but I want to, I always want to ask somebody's permission. Yeah, I won't be able to say, if you tell me in Mandarin, I will have no idea. But I mean, in Spanish, you could definitely say "sí," you know.
okay.
They said, go ahead. All right. So,
Oh,
Jeffrey,
that's about
there was an account like a P. Diddy, and they're like a crew, basically. And they would kind of go into people's streams and they would troll and they would kind of mess with them. Now, there's one homeboy, their homie Tom. There's no like these guys like Jeffrey, you could get through and finally have a normal conversation with them. He'd have his little fun, but eventually, like he's a normal person, you can talk to him. But his boy Tom, man, he just wouldn't stop. And I remember I got off a stream after they were kind of like he was messing with me, and he was like the first person I ever shadow banned. And I've only shadow banned like two people since, and I've done like 40 streams. I've shadow banned Tom and his Tom's burner account and one other person. So I get off this stream. I'm like, all right, this guy, I was actually a little flustered. I'm not even gonna lie. So, Tom, if that gives you some joy, I don't know if Tom's watching because Tom sometimes does watch my streams, even though he's shadow banned, he'll still show up. But
still shows you some love. That's what we like, man.
but
That's what
yeah,
we
I'll admit, Tom
good
got to
time.
me that day. But no, hold on,
No,
just give me
no.
1 second. So I go start doing my doom scrolling, right? And I start watching other people's lives and I see them in another live and they're messing with this other guy. So going back and forth, they keep just putting this stuff in and I can see like they annoy another person. I get off. I go on another live later. I see them again. I see the whole crew again doing the same thing. And it didn't matter whether they you were chill with them, whether you like were combative or if you ignored it. With Tom, it didn't matter. He just kept saying what he's gonna say,
Yeah,
and what he would type is, "Are you circumcised?" So people started calling him the foreskin gang because they kept just asking. He would just keep asking, "Are you
yeah.
circumcised? Are you circumcised?" It would keep spamming. It
We
keeps spamming. It keeps
we will
spamming.
try
He
to keep
wouldn't
what they
stop.
say off the live as well, bro. Just for the guidelines of YouTube, bro. So try to keep it a
What's
bit more
that?
vague if we can. Just try to keep it a bit more vague on what they're saying as well, because it is definitely
Oh,
a
okay.
get those things
Well,
said
I
on
think
live,
that's a
right?
normal
So I don't
word.
want to keep them.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
a Jewish tradition.
there we go.
Yeah, but yeah. So,
Keep the algorithm happy.
but yeah, that's how I. So I eventually Tom was,
Just
my
fun,
shadow
fun,
band boy.
fun.
Like Jeffrey and his other homeboys have been like a part of my streams and actually like talk normal. So that's when I was talking about like sometimes you don't like get rid of people right away because eventually they might just be
Yeah,
like, you know what, this dude
right.
actually is chill. This guy I
Yeah,
can actually have a
then they
conversation
get
with,
something for you.
and like I actually talked to him like out on Discord and because I
Yeah.
have I have a Discord for my friends on my YouTube channel or whatever.
Mm. The big difference. Ty, I see Tom's here. Tom, there is a big difference between being outstanding and standing outside. Like if you want to, you want to be in with
Oh,
people and
Tom's
stuff. Maybe
here.
you sometimes tone it down. Yeah, there is Tom here. But there is a
Oh,
Tom here.
I can't see him because I have him
Oh,
shadow
okay, you
banned.
haven't blocked on your channel. That's funny.
I can't. I didn't know he was here. So okay. So he. Oh, I bet you. I bet you. I just made his day. That I told him that he annoyed me that day because I know he loves it. Like that's basically the
Oh,
goal,
yeah.
right?
He
I
said it.
mean,
Look,
what
look,
else would be
look.
the goal but to piss the person off?
He has to have something
Tom,
going
you
on in
pissed
his
me off
life.
that day, so you got what
He
you
has,
wanted.
he has to have something going on in his life, man. You made his day, so there you go. You made him happy.
Tom, yeah, you got me. You got me, brother. You did good that day. You did good.
There you go, Tom. After all that, playing around, you got your happy ending. So sounds like it worked out well for you, man. You usually have to go to Thailand for a happy ending, but there you go. You got there all by yourself. Well done. Round of
You
applause for
know,
Tom, everybody. Round of applause
you
for
guys,
Tom.
you want to know who's the most trolled streamer? For some reason, people can't
Me,
stand this
for
guy,
example.
and I shouldn't be saying this, but because I don't want to like make people start going there. But
Oh,
Viral Gabe, people just be messing with him. Do you do you know who Viral Gabe is?
If you too, Tom. No, no, I don't.
You don't know Viral
No,
Gabe, really? Okay,
no,
he probably doesn't hit your
no.
algorithm because he's American. He's like a dude that's
Uh,
like he lives in
I,
his car
the only
and he
YouTube stuff I really see these days, man, is literally podcasts and like the fitness world through D-Burn and stuff. So that's how I know you and that. But
okay,
beyond that, like I'm so honed in because otherwise I just sit on my phone all day, bro. So that's why I always say with my streams, like where people can watch that, like I don't want them to just watch me the whole time. I'd rather like listen and they're still doing dishes, fold, clean out a drawer, do something, right, to try and keep productive, right? And that's why I make like 2.5 hours a day to stream, and then the rest of the time I'm working with headphones on and that, right?
okay.
So I always invite people on my channel, throw some headphones on, and just go do whatever and listen to the dialogue if you draw something from it.
No, they call him Nipsey Struggle because you know who Nipsey Hussle was, right? So they call him Nipsey Struggle because my man's. I mean, hey, and shout out to
Yeah,
everybody that's out there struggling and living in their car or whatever and trying to do what they got to do. But
yeah,
here's the problem. Here's the problem with Viral Gabe is he's going about it the whole wrong way. Like he's not being humble. He's like, he's going back and forth with the chat.
mm,
And if he most of the time he's just sitting there streaming, he's ignoring the chat. I mean, he's not even interacting. Like what value are you offering if you don't even
mm,
acknowledge the people that are watching you? Then he wants
yeah.
people to buy his like $5,000 hoodie that he's selling. He's got these Timu codes that he wants people to put in so he could get a piece of it. I mean, I should be disrespecting another streamer. I'm sounding like a hater right now. I mean, he has 21,000 subscriptions. Now, I remember
Right.
one of his first streams. He was talking about he had the hookup on subscribers. Like I don't know what that even means. I don't know how do you have the hookup on subscribers. I don't even
Mm.
know what that means. But I guess there's a way to maybe purchase subscribers or go through
It's just
some
it's
kind of
in
way or
general, bro.
whatever.
I mean, it's definitely easy to build a subscriber base if you want to make brain rot content. That's exactly why I made the channel. Was I was scrolling through the lives, and it was very seldom I found a channel that was, worth watching and like actually benefiting people rather than putting rubber bands on a wall. Like I get it's entertainment, and if people are looking for entertainment, sweet. But there's all kinds of niches on YouTube, and yeah, I want to just contribute to the self improvement space and be able to offer something rather than do it for money or anything, right? I just want to try and help people, suffer less, make less mistakes like I did in that. So,
Oh, he's
oh,
always like he calls them donos, man. It's slang for donations. Hey man,
mm,
y'all ain't sending me those donos, man. So I can't get a
it's all
hotel
about
room
money,
tonight.
all
I
about
need
money.
those donos.
Mm.
I gotta have those donos.
Yeah,
All
yeah, yeah. And,
right, all right. I'm
it's
sorry.
like I
I'm
think
hating on another streamer. I shouldn't be doing that. I apologize for any viral Gabe fans out there. Which
I,
I don't know. I think people like are fans of him to troll him. If we're being honest. Hey, I do see Tom now. So Tom
great and
got
what
another.
everything, bro, what
Tom's got
everything.
another burner. Is that a different Tom account?
Oh
What's
boy.
up, Jados? Oh, I'm talking about this streamer, Viral Gabe. So he's a dude that like lives in his car. No disrespect to like people that are struggling. It happens to the best. Hey, tomorrow's not promised. I might be living in my car tomorrow. So, whatever. That's fine. It's just the
Feel that.
way that it's the way he goes about it, man. He's just always begging people for money. Just
Mm,
I mean, he doesn't even like try to hide it. And like
mm.
he has you know what his moderator does the whole time? His moderator spams send donos or you're an idiot. Send donos or you're not cool. Like that's what his moderator is doing is like basically trying to make people feel guilty for not sending him donations. That's just not the way to go about it. It's going to make people not like you. Now he claims
It's
that
just a general
now I don't
process
know if
of
this stuff is
community.
true, but he claims that he's been swatted. His grandmother's house has been swatted. He says he can't show where he's hanging out in LA because people will show up. Now that's not true. Trolls don't show up. Trolls are behind the computer or the phone. They don't show up to your location. Now
Yeah,
they might send a pizza guy there. They might send the cops, but they're not going to show up themselves.
blowing a kiss to our buddy Tom there as I sent him out the door. Right, Tom.
Oh,
A
oh
good one,
yeah.
mate. You marring? You marring?
Oh man, see, I
Yeah,
thought
good
we
stuff.
man, see, I wanted to actually like I see Tom is the type of person I wish I could just like go out and meet him and like see like what's going on. Like Tom, what is
Oh,
up? Like, like not like in like a disrespectful manner, just be like, hey, bro, what's going on with you? Like, what do
yeah,
we
yeah,
need to
yeah.
iron out?
We want
Like,
to help these
what's going on in
people.
your life that you want, why is this happening? Because
This
from what
is
Jeffrey tells me, you just got to get to know him. Like, from that's what he
this
says. He's like,
that
he's a
that
dude.
comes back to the self improvement kind of side of YouTube and what we're trying to do when you're trying to make genuine content, right? So most people are looking for comfort, right? They're looking for entertainment. They're scrolling, they're scrolling. There's nothing against enjoying something and watching some entertainment or watching sport or anything like that. I don't have a problem with that. Where it becomes a problem is if you're at like we can't help anybody who's not looking for help. And the algorithm, feeds our view and like the algorithm's just throwing out lives, people scrolling through vertical live. It's like unless you're in that exact space where you're actually sort of had enough of how things are or you're really struggling and you need the kind of things that I have to offer here, it's very hard to pick up subs and stuff just because of the nature of what I do. People aren't really looking for that, but maybe one day they are, right? And that's where I sort of meet my subscriber base, right? Is through people who actually need some help. They're going through a rock bottom or just have some questions or they're worried about the future and like what's the meaning of life and stuff, or I'm struggling with this, how can I improve this, right? But getting those people right,
I
what's the
did.
chances that they're going to be scrolling and of the 1,000 people YouTube shows my stream to a day that they'll actually see my stream, right? So some people are just not ready to be helped at that time. Maybe we can help Tom in 2 or 5 years when he wakes up. I'm sure he'll find our channel on a new account one day and be like, "Hey guys, I've realised I need to change my life." Maybe deep down we got him somewhere.
I'm gonna get his phone number from Jeffrey. I'm gonna call him. Like, Tom,
Damn
what's
right
up,
up.
bro?
You're damn
What's
right up.
going on,
Tom.
man?
You're
What
pretty
is
much
going on?
it.
That
You're damn
wasn't
right up.
that wasn't me, Jeffrey. I didn't even see what he was saying, so I had no idea. I was
He was
too busy
spamming
telling.
like 15 messages of the same message down my chat, and it's just I'm
Yeah,
not going to
that's
pay
but that's
for
what
that.
he did on mine too. Yeah, he was doing the same stuff on mine. He even was doing comments
No,
on
no,
my
no.
videos. And
Exile.
like,
Exile.
so yeah, Jados. Yeah, do you? There is a ton of people like. Do you know the guy that's like bald and has like the long beard? That dude has a ton of subscribers as well. It's crazy some of the like channels that have so many subscribers. You see that guy
Mm.
that just sits in the chair and he's just sleeping and just snoring the whole time? I mean, that guy has like tons of subscribers. He just sits
Hey,
there and he sleeps and he snores. Then
it's
that's what his
it's
con
kid
that's what his
viewers though,
stream
right?
is.
A lot of it is kid viewers. Like, there's a lot of kids on YouTube, right? And it's just yeah, it's just they'll watch the crap. So it's all good. Like you get what I mean? It's
Yeah, it's
not
that
like
from
again.
yeah.
That's the other thing I've encountered streaming is people seem to think everybody's in competition. Like we all do different things. We're all individual people. I don't think any streamer is competing against anybody. The audience will watch who they want to watch. Like that's what it comes
Right,
down to.
right.
So I'm just in no way about that. Like there's creators and stuff I definitely do not like, but it's just like cool man. Like you go on your way. Like it's like I found that through the fitness side of it that some of the guys, some of them were quite abrasive and like just like they were almost threatened or something. I don't know. You come in and I'm genuinely trying to be friendly, and they took it as like you're trying to like be fake or whatever. And I'm like, okay, man, cool. Like I'm not even a fitness channel. I'm just a bit of everything channel. So yeah, I just had to separate from that. And there's some people I support, and people always find what aligns with them and what they enjoy spending their time on, right?
I love,
So
man. I love going through the lives. I check them out all the time.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know. I enjoy
yeah.
doing it. There's all kinds of stuff out there. You got the guy that's like dances in his hallway.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, I can tell like some of the people like in the chat know what I'm talking about. But it's funny. So you'll see him like dancing in the hallway. You can tell like he's getting some energy from something, and then like he'll like
Mm.
go into his bathroom for like 10 seconds, and it's like, and
Oh
he
yeah,
comes
I think
back, and
I
then
think
he's
I know
like,
what you mean.
and then getting
Oh,
down again.
there's the guy.
And
Have you seen the guy that boxes on the street with the lamppost, chases after the cars?
I have not seen that guy.
He calls it. He calls it, and he sometimes does it in an underground parking garage or outside on the street with a lamppost, and he's got like a boxing pad strapped around the lamppost, and he goes, "Oh, I'm going to beat up Jakey Pole." And he just sits there smashing on this lamppost, and then every once in a while he'll run down. He'll be like, there'll be a caravan parked up across the road, and he'll just run up with boxing gloves on right outside their window. I'll be like, I'm going to go chase them down. What do they want? He'll just run off up the street after them and leave his tripod on the sidewalk and stuff. It's funny stuff, though, but again, it's like, what do you have to offer to people with it? Like, some people want to
yeah,
just offer humor and stuff, and that's fine. Some people do their politics and that, and I'm in the self improvement. Like, I'm in the I spent too much time brain rotting myself, and I want to offer something that's an alternative that I can relate to people in a similar sort of situation, anything like that, or anybody struggling or whatever, right?
Oh, so it's called Mountain
Mountain
Tough, Jano says is what you're talking about. Okay. I'll have to go check that out. I'll have to go check that out.
Tough, that's the one. Mountain Tough.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good laugh. I like
Yeah,
watching that.
there's a bunch of
I
stuff out
laugh
there,
at
man. It's
it.
like there's something for everybody. I was trying to explain this to one of my therapists who doesn't go on YouTube. They're like, oh, I don't even mess with that stuff. I'm like, whatever your interests are. I was like, anything and everything you are interested in. I was like, there is a space for you. I was like, there is something
Um,
for you.
Ja-
I was like, go check
Japan's
it
culture
out.
is very much like that, actually. The culture in Japan very much was built that way. Because people go, oh, like people in the car world go, oh, Japan, oh, drifting's big, oh, it's huge car culture. Most people in Japan aren't into cars. It's just one culture that exists. Then there's this dance party nightclub culture. There's people who sit in pachinko bars with the little balls dropping in the machine. Like, there's so many different things, and that's what they do. Like, the Japanese culture is very, you're immersed in what you do, and like they lock it and they go, I'm going to do this one hobby, this one thing, and they just put everything at it, and like they all kind of coexist with these things around each other. They're not all at war with each other. It's just everybody's just kind of doing their thing. It's very interesting to watch. Very interesting dynamic.
You see, in Japan, they're kind of into that LA Mexican culture. I just lost you.
All right, we're back. Sorry,
Oh,
we had
are we
a
back?
disconnect on the internet there for a moment.
I can't hear you.
Is that better?
Mm-mm.
Had a moment of reconnect.
Let's see if I can do something here. Maybe let me leave and try to join and rejoin. Should I do that?
That might be unsafe. Can you hear me now or not? I'll probably stay in, dude. I don't know if it'll let you come back in, but maybe. I'm not sure how these collabs work. Okay. Been muted now. Hmm. Oh, I can see myself. And
Find it.
video of myself. Until you came in, I had no video. Are we good on audio and everything, guys? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Is anyone still out there? Can you hear us fine? Are we live? Is it lagging?
I think your friends have come back with the name Matt Noah too. I think old Tom has come back. He's made a special account just for you.
Has it really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I don't.
Good now? Jay, is it all good now for you, bro? Jados? All good?
It's good now. All right. Cool.
Scooby,
Cool.
Scoob in
Cool.
the house. Holy crap. Hey, Scoob, haven't seen you in a while,
Hey,
mate.
that's
How are
my
you, mate?
first. I got my first fan account. That's a first for me.
Oh, first fan account.
My
Oh,
first fan account.
oh.
Tommy boy.
I, I,
That's my guy, Tom. He's the rebirth. All
so, so,
right.
so what you're saying is that is your only fan account?
I mean, as far as like using my
Only
name,
fan
yeah.
account.
Hey, I told you about those people that have made videos like slicing up my shorts and uploading them on their channel. There's like 6 or 7 people that done that, and then I screen record me watching them, and then I upload it, and then it like gives both of us looks.
Can't see
If
anything,
Metz
Jay.
is Metz still here? Because I know he's done it before.
There we go, Jay. Jay, you might be a bit. Jay, you might be a bit behind on the live, bro, because sometimes it drops you behind a bit. So just head back to my channel, bro, and then just like open the live from the live tab on my channel, and it'll definitely actually bring you up to speed. Or you can tap the screen and it'll say skip to live. It'll catch you up. Yeah. Oh, we're up to 24 likes now. I think I'm famous, Matt. I think I'm famous,
I
mate.
think you are, man. I think you are famous.
Not bad. I didn't realize I only started
I
live
mean,
streaming on the channel. I look back to my first live through my list because I've got them all private. But I look back to the first one. I was like, oh, I've been live for a few weeks on this channel, and it's like my first live was 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, hang on, what? Quite funny.
so yeah, I think it's so number three, Kai Cenat, two, Speed, one, Venom. That's kind of my order as far as biggest YouTubers.
That's biggest YouTuber. So I'm number three.
No, you're one.
Oh, I'm one. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, number one. Number one.
Really famous. Very famous. How do I
Um,
get famous on YouTube? What do I have to do on this platform?
Bro, you gotta start sleeping and start snoring,
Sleeping.
brother. You just gotta sit there
Oh,
and be
and start asking for everybody's money. Money, money, money,
Jeffrey
money.
Hunt. Look at I got my
Money,
second
money, money,
fan
money, money.
account.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm
Hey guys,
blowing
we're
up
here to
like
help. Money, money.
it's going good. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate the compliment. I got my second fan account now. This is
Isn't that exciting?
so all right, what were we even talking about? I'm thrown off track now. I don't know. What do you want to get into?
I've got
What do you want
I've
to
got
talk
a bit of
about?
heavy
I know you don't like
ADHD.
talking. I know you don't like talking football. Um, obviously no politics.
Yep, yep, yep.
I've already told my story about my history, and I did a video about it. So I don't. I think I'm kind of tired of that for at least for the night. I like
Yeah,
something
man.
more
I'm the
positive.
same.
Something
Just
more
chilling.
positive.
Well, usually here, bro. As you know from being in the streams, bro, it's just I chill here. I'm on the bed. I'm half walking. I take the dogs out and throw some. It's just whatever, bro. I keep it real chill, and we just flow with the chat and all that. Gravity Core Fitness in the house, hey brother. How are you? Gravity Core, if anybody's not subbed to him, check out Gravity Core Fitness. I love his channel. Him and his wife, they've just had a baby recently. Baby spent some time in the
Congratulations.
hospital because it was born early in that. So great to have their son home, and Grav's on there back to his
Oh,
workout, working real hard, man. This guy's like, I'm doing 1,500 push-ups today and stuff.
wait. Did you
He
say born?
had a yeah, how old? Gravity had a young fellow Lewis on working out with him today, like pumping out squats. And that kid was working hard, man. So it was awesome to see.
Hey, can I think I missed a part of that. Did you say the baby was born early?
Yeah, baby was born early and spent what was it? Grab I think it would be about probably 5 6 weeks in the hospital
Oh
total,
wow.
possibly more. So yeah, like they really and that was another great thing to see because we've been talking about the YouTube community and stuff, right? And these other
I
creators you meet that I'm not going to be fake and support everybody if I don't really like what people are doing in particular, but you meet these great creators, and that's something I never thought of before saying YouTube that I was going to get along with other creators, and it makes sense now because it's like these are people who are motivated to sort of create a channel or go, they're like-minded people who are into fitness or into improving their life and stuff. Obviously, so yeah, it's been really interesting, bro, and great. And it was great to see with Gravity Core's situation, the whole community come together and like they were doing lives in the hospital. They were exhausted, wiping their eyes, but for him and his wife to come on and still give updates to the community was amazing. Like I don't know how they were doing it. Um, and I just hope they get some sleep, to be honest. But given the situation, it was a struggle to sleep, right? But there's just been amazing support from the community, so much love from D-Bird and everyone else. And then Gravity Core's a real one. Shouting out D-Bird back, thanking him for the workout
hey,
sincerely and genuinely and stuff. It all
send
it
me
all
the send me the
it's all
link to
pretty good,
his
brother.
channel. Send me the link to his channel when we get out of here, because I
Yeah, yeah,
can't
I
I
will do,
can't
bro. I'll make sure you
I
check
can't
it out.
sub
Yeah.
to him from here, but I'll go check out his stuff. I'll subscribe to him. Hey, and
Hey,
brother,
nice chat to you, bro.
so you said
Matthew.
everything's okay with his channel now, right? So everything's good going on the
Yep,
up and
yep,
up.
yep. And he's
Okay.
back to
Hey,
workouts on
blessings
his
to your
live and
family,
that. And,
Gravity. I'm glad everything worked out, and I'm sorry that you
yep.
guys had to deal with that. I'm sure that was tough. We got an interesting screen name in the chat.
Yeah,
Hey.
Moist is a regular from D-Bird's channel, I believe. I've actually
Oh,
seen him on
okay.
Dennis's channel
I
before. Yeah,
like your
yeah, yeah, yeah.
name definitely. I mean,
It's a very
that's how
interesting.
I
It's a very
prefer it.
bold name.
You
It's a
know,
bold name.
don't like it dry to the bone. Jeffrey's wife is having twins. Congratulations. Jay Big says church because of Grav. What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
Oh, that's New Zealand. So it's basically like chur. How do I, Jay? How can I translate chur to Matt? I don't know where to begin on that. You might have to cover that one for us, Jay. Chur is just like chur, bro. It's kind of like cheers, bro, but not really. It's like, oh, I'm picking up my new car today, bro. So, oh, cheer, bro. Like good on you. Like thumbs up, good work. Like cheer's
Okay,
almost like a thumbs
okay,
up. Maybe Jay might view that a bit differently. I'm not sure how to explain it. But yeah, basically, and cuzzy is like saying cousin, like my bro, like my brother. So he's
okay,
basically
okay,
saying like I agree with what you're saying. Like, oh yeah, bro.
okay, okay,
Like great. It's like church, cuzzy Grav is like, hey brother, good to see you, man. Like it's that's about the best I can explain that. New
okay.
Zealand slang, man. New Zealand slang. You'll get it. You'll get it.
Yeah, I'll get there eventually. Yeah, I'll get used to it. I'll get used
You
to
know,
it.
obviously in New Zealand, like we're probably a bit more schooled in like American slang because we see so much like on YouTube and stuff. It's phenomenal. I've actually tried to figure that out. Is it that there's just so many American creators that in New Zealand that's just what we happen to see? Because you go through algorithms and stuff, right? There's a billion people in India. Obviously, that's a different language. But as far as English languages, like man, like almost all the content I see is American, right? And I don't know if
Really?
they push that
Okay.
content harder or what, but the amount of American stuff, like American culture, has always sort of leaked into New Zealand over
Well, yeah,
time,
I
right?
would definitely.
Through
I could
sports
see
and things.
that, especially for like the movie industry, because of Hollywood and a lot of movies are made in America. Because and a lot of music is made out here as well. But
Most
I
definitely,
guess
bro.
I would have thought. I guess I would have thought with YouTube, everybody has access to it. That you get there, you guys would have like a bunch of creators as well.
Yeah. It's just like that's the thing is I've gone through the YouTube lives, like just checking stuff out, what's out there and whatever. I think I've come across like 4 or 5 New Zealand streamers ever. Like versus it's probably hundreds of other people. I think it's
Right.
props is probably that's actually a really good way to put it to the American side of it. Most welcome, Grav. What's my favorite type of holiday? A motorbike track day. Jumping in my
Oh.
truck, loading my race bike on, and driving 600 miles through the night. Sleep outside the gate at the track. Get up 4 hours later, unload the bike, put the fucking tire
Oh,
levers on, get
you
ahead
mean
of my limo.
holidays as in vacation?
Yeah, that's my kind of vacation, bro.
Okay,
Go halfway
okay.
down the
I thought
country,
he meant
go
holiday
halfway
as
down the
like an
country and do
actual holiday, but I
150
forget
miles
you
an hour.
guys use holiday for vacation. I forgot about that. That's right.
Yeah. Right. And I've got my Land Cruiser. Me and my partner bought the Land Cruiser recently. We would have gone away on a trip already in it, but the gearbox broke in it before we managed to do that. So that got added to the list. It was all right. We had all that to get sorted, and then her truck that she daily drives blew a clutch out, and just things that I could have gone on with things a lot quicker. And this is another thing I've had to face recently is I was being a bit lazy and not doing enough. So it's all about that day by day progress and growth, right? Hey, shush you.
You watch
You're
any
not.
TV shows? You got anything? Any
Mate, so
recommendations,
I don't.
chat?
I
I'm
don't
always
have a
looking for
chat with
something to
that, bro.
watch.
The dogs are just out of water. The dogs are just out of water, bro. Saying, "I'll let you
Hey, man,
check
yeah,
this
go
out or
take care
whatever."
of your business. I'll talk to the chat for a minute.
Okay,
What
cool.
What do I need to watch? I have so I got like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon. I got Paramount. I got Sling TV. I got BritBox. I got MGM. I'm always looking for new shows to watch or a good movie recommendation, something like that. Because I feel like I've just like seen like all the good stuff, at least that like jumps out to me at least. Venom, do you watch any like TV shows?
Um, Pretty rarely. I've got Disney Plus at the moment just because I do one streaming service at a time if I have one. So like rather than get different
Oh,
content
okay.
and stuff, so I'll get Netflix for a month or two, then I'll get Disney Plus for a month or two, then I'll go over to
Okay.
Amazon just so the content's always changing up. So at the moment I've been watching some King of the Hill, old King of the
Okay,
Hill
you're
episodes and a bit of the
watching
new
some King
season.
of the Hill, really? All right.
Yeah. King
Oh,
of the Hill is definitely my kind of thing. Bit of Trailer Park Boys is always a laugh.
hey, you know what? I've never watched that, but
But,
I've heard a lot of people
oh,
recommend that.
mate.
They
Oh,
they
you
they
missed
say
out.
it's
You missed out
hilarious.
on that
Yeah,
one.
that
Oh,
that it would match
brilliant
like kind
show.
of my sense of humor as well. So I'll have to
Especially,
check that
especially the
out.
early seasons. Especially the early seasons. It's that really like handy cam done on a budget. It literally was a few guys just making a show with no money and shit, you know.
Yeah.
When it got onto, I think it was it Netflix or whatever, picked them up and made new seasons. Then all the shaky camera work went away, and it just lost its edge a bit, to be honest. But
Oh,
it's damn
okay.
good show. Do be respectful of my chat, please, Jeffrey.
What is? Oh, what would humans look like
Just
without
like don't keep saying
eyebrows?
the same thing and stuff, and you know we try and keep it a bit more, you know, a bit more adult, bro, a bit more. And we have a laugh in that, but you know, it's just gonna be silly stuff.
I don't even know how to answer it. To be honest, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm
yeah,
missing the joke. Maybe I'm a little
yeah.
slow on the. Maybe I'm a little slow on the intake.
It's just troll behavior, bro, and yeah, I don't tolerate it. I know. I think he's seeing where my boundary is, and I'm letting you know you're pretty close to finding it, Jeffrey. So don't piss me off. I say that nicely, you know. I'll give anybody a chance, but like I don't take the bullshit here. I'm here to, you know, I give up my time now rather than work on cars, rather than progress my own life. I sit here to help people who need help. I'm not here for any bullshit, silly questions. You know, like we can have a laugh, we can talk about pets, animals, sports, a bit of everything, and keep it positive. But if we're just going to go into ridiculous land, it's you know, come on, dude, don't push the boundaries.
Have you ever had like a habit with nicotine? So I never like smoked cigarettes. I told you about buying all those
Yeah,
cigarettes. Oh, you got the vape? Oh,
nicotine, yeah,
okay. I
nicotine.
used to dip. I used to use
Oh,
it was a skull long cut extra mint. That
yeah,
was
so you're
my
a
go-to.
discovery one. Mm.
Yeah, skull extra mint long cut. That was my jam. And we were and obviously I don't promote anything. I tell my story about everything drugs made things go downhill for me. But we used to take some
Yeah.
addies or whatever and we would play online poker
Well,
all night and I would be taking that dip, man. We'd be sitting there
yeah.
playing that online poker all night, me and my brother, man. I miss did you ever get down with some Texas Hold'em? Did you ever catch the
Oh,
bug?
yeah, there was definitely a time where I'm sitting online doing the old Texas Hold'em poker.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
definitely
sure,
used to
man.
do a bit of that hour. I've been doing about an hour a night on that. I mean, we're talking, geez, 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, for sure. So,
Oh,
like when the poker bug hit, when it was Chris Moneymaker won the World Series of Poker, and it was like the first
yeah.
time that they really had broadcasted it on ESPN, and they made a big deal
Oh,
of it.
yeah, part of it.
The
You're,
poker
yeah,
boom happened, and
yeah,
everyone started playing
love it.
poker.
Love it.
So my cousins would be hosting like
Yeah,
poker
right.
tournaments. I had a couple buddies that would host cash games. You know, basically not a tournament style, but basically, you know, what your chips are is the money that it represents. And I was playing in like two cash games a week. But there was man,
Yeah,
I had a buddy that lived right down the corner from me. He had this Sunday night poker game. He had this nice big poker table, nice room set up and we would go there every Sunday, and there'd be like 10 to like 12 of us. It was a really nice big
chat
game.
with
And my
you.
brother would go there, and man,
All right,
I really missed
hold up.
those
I'll
days,
just shout out
man.
the boys here. I'll shout out the
What's going
boys real
on?
quick. All right, Gravity Call, thanks for coming by, bro. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be sure to tune into you tomorrow, bro. Great to see you. Love the support. Appreciate it, man. And IROC's in the house. All right, good to see you, man. IROC's another guy who's like on his journey, Matt, who's just, you know, been through some stuff like all of us, right? He's just working away. He's got a channel as well, man. IROC's, I'll link you his channel as well later. IROC's got a,
Who's got a
yeah, I give it,
channel?
yeah, IROC I'm trying to remember. IROC, you got like 5 or 6,000 subs, don't you? I think he had quite a big channel.
Who are you
He's into
talking
his
about
old
here?
Camaros and that. Yeah.
Okay. Send me the link to his channel when you get off
Yeah,
here.
I'll make sure. Yeah, I think I'll post it up on I'll post up a post on my channel. I have all the sort of people I want to mention from here today, and make sure I give them a shout out. So anybody who watches the stream can check out the I'll put a post on the channel just after this, just so we'll get Matt Noah in there. This is Matt Noah one. This is
At
that.
Matt
This is
Noah
the
one, yeah.
description. So if you hit the 3 dots at the top right corner, you should be able to just have Matt's name there. I'll need to screenshot it fine later or something. Yeah, well, National Geographic and Discovery, Jay. I'm trying to remember, is that through Amazon Prime or something? On one of the apps I've had, I've seen that where you've got National Geographic and Discovery and all that. Is that, or is that separate subscription? Because that sounds good, man. I could definitely do some more docos and stuff. It's been you know what I mean? You see like a good doco, and it's like, man, I love a good doco. You just sit there and sort of vibe at night and chill out.
Oh, for
Look at the
sure.
building of the world's largest ship, and it's like, yeah, this engine has 30,000 horsepower. It's like, yeah.
You know what I will
Yeah,
sit there and
something
watch
put
all
a
the
dent in
time?
me, man.
That true crime. And I'll be watching it late at
Oh,
night.
yeah,
I'll be having weird dreams. But yeah, it's kind of weird because
yeah.
they're like they're making entertainment out of the worst thing that's ever happened like in a family's life, right? Which in a
Yeah.
sense is kind of messed up, but I can't help it.
Isn't that
I'm
what we do
intrigued.
here? Isn't that what
You
we
know,
do on here? We make entertainment out of all the suffering we've had in our life and we laugh it off.
yeah, but there's levels. There's different levels to it.
Yeah. We talk about our trauma
You
with humor draped over the top. It's like a nice tablecloth, like, hey, we've gone through all this shit, and yeah, but here we are.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, I mean, I put my stuff out there, man. I'm not proud of my behavior, for the last 15 years. What I guess, man, that all started in 2009 was my little not little, but my
Yeah,
downfall. Yeah, 2009er.
fucking bro. Yeah. Oh, life is interesting. Life is interesting, bro.
It's a lot of ups and downs, man, but it does seem like, when you listen to people's stories that really like finally like break through, it is the perseverance. It's the
Yeah,
continuing to like get up and try, the
that's what
people
it
that
is.
don't give up,
Uh, One I always remember that I heard, I can't remember exactly. Usually, if I can remember the source, I'll try and credit them. But it was on, um, it's that older guy. I think it's that older guy with like grey hair. He's kind of balding on the top. You see him around YouTube. It's quite an older professor, and it looks like old footage from the 90s or something. But I always forget his name. But he was talking about fail fast and fail forward. So you if you're going to learn anything new, between you and expertise in that thing is like say 100 failures, right? You're going to have those failures anyway. You're going to go through that learning process. So it's just keep hitting through, fail fast, and always fall on your face. Always fall forward. Don't fail and fall backwards. Fall forward. And that's what I always keep in my mind is if I have a failure, it's like, how can I fail forward? Oh, I'll keep working at the car. Oh, actually, well, I'll come back to this tomorrow when I'm not in a state where I can keep at it right now. I'm going to go do something else productive. I know that's good for me to shift tasks sometimes. And rather than going by some playbook of what's the perfect way to go, it's like actually experiment and find what works for you. And by journaling that down in a book and actually one of the biggest things that's affecting people's productivity is actually writing in phones, writing notes, writing down, oh, whatever, I'm talking about things. It's not the brain connection humans have. Humans are used to actually writing out letters and things. And in the process of actually writing things out onto paper is how we organize our thoughts. So like I used to be laying awake at night overthinking and everything's bouncing around my head. Oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to do da da da. All this is going shush, all of this and that is going on. And it was so disorganized that every time I want to think of one task to do, I've got 20 tasks in my head. And it's like, oh, why was I prioritizing that one, not that one? But
Definitely.
the moment you actually physically write it down in a book, it's all laid out, right? So it's going through your day and going, oh, that went all right. And you can, write out, well, this went really well. Here's what I achieved today, right? And you can move forward. The other thing people fail to do often is not put rewards into their task list, right? So they go, oh, I've got all this to do today. And it's a big list of just to do shit. You put rewards trickled through it. And every second task, you can pick a reward if you want to play a video game or something. Like Jordan Peterson talks about all this. His book, 12 Rules for Life, is an incredible read. Like, if you don't like reading books, people are like, I can't be bothered sitting and reading a book. It's like audio books are usually free on YouTube. You can find the whole audio book. And it might be 5 hours long, but you can go, I'm going to play an hour of this a night when I'm just chilling in bed rather than
Yeah,
overthinking.
for
And
sure.
this is how we can progress ourselves. Like, sometimes I'll play music, work on cars. I'm not just buried in this stuff all the time, or I got sick of it from listening to too much of it. But you can have music on, and you can hang out, whatever. But just feeding yourself that right information, right? That's keeping you in that right direction, keeping you on track.
Bye, Jeffrey. Appreciate you checking
Right,
in,
Jeffrey?
brother. So you said it's called 12 Rules of Life?
12 Rules for Life by Jordan B.
12
Peterson.
Rules for Life. Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely know who
it's a
Jordan
good
Peterson
book.
is, and he's
Definitely a
very
good book.
interesting to listen to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'll go
he's
check into that.
full on this one.
I got to stop the doom scrolling. I really got to stop, like, start doing like more stuff like that at night, because I will sit on my phone and sit and
Yeah,
watch everyone's live,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
watching these
It's a,
true
it's a,
crime
it's a
murder
big thing. It's a
documentaries.
big thing. Yeah, you've got
I really need to fill my
nail
time
the
with stuff
focus.
like that.
Yeah, I feel you, bro, and that's exactly why I do it. It's like, it's like giving up. giving up smoking or drinking or something, right? You've got to replace the behavior with something else. Like,
Right.
if you close down Instagram and you're not scrolling, well, you're not just going to lay there and probably stare at the ceiling. So you're going to, like, we're so used to being stimulated by all this content, you can't just shut that off and expect it to hold for, like, I'm going to sit here for 2 weeks and not look at Instagram. You're gonna cave if you don't have something to replace it with more exercise, or you listen to music instead, or podcasts. And it's the same with like binge watching TV shows or movies. You can get lost in that sort of false feeling like you're doing something better. But it's about
I'll
a
tell you what, since these cell phones and since all the YouTube
yeah,
and all that, my attention span is just at its absolute worst. And it's because of
yeah,
the because you can get to anything that you want so quickly. So
yeah,
I'll be trying, even when I'm trying to watch a TV show, I'll be sitting at night, so it takes when I go to bed, it takes me about 2 to 3 hours to wind down. I call it winding down, basically kind of
yeah.
letting the stress, fade away,
Decompress. Yeah,
and it takes me even longer after I do a stream because, usually my mind's not like activated like in this manner at this
yeah,
time of night for me. Like this is late
yeah,
for me. I go to bed really early because I get up at 3:30 in the morning. But
yeah.
what was I saying? So yeah, I will be sitting there doing all this what was I saying again? So I'm doing all this doom scrolling and I'm trying to wind down and I'm having trouble sleeping and I need to fill my time with like more positive stuff than just all this YouTube, nonsense, even though that's what we're doing. But it's the attention span right there. That's what I was getting at. My attention span. I have to pause the TV show that I'm watching so I can go mess with
Yeah.
YouTube. So I can go watch a live. So I can go watch a YouTube short. So I can
They
watch 5 minutes of a 20-minute video because I never finish any of them anymore.
mhm.
Because the attention span's so bad.
They talk about that with all the studies to do with it, and I don't think they're using the right measurement for how bad the impact is, even though it is bad. They're like, oh, we do these studies and these short form content videos. We got people to watch 30 seconds of this one, then the next one was 15 seconds, the next one was 60 seconds, and all these context shifts of them watching these videos, but they were getting them to watch like the full videos, right? So they were just getting them to watch shorts. They're like, oh, watch this whole short. And they're like, look how distracted people are with these quick context switches every 15 or 30 or 60 seconds. But the reality is very different. The reality is that you've got a context switch more often than not every 1 or 2 seconds, and then it's 15 or 30 seconds because you're not watching every short or reel. You're going flick, oh, you watch a bit of that one, and then you might be like flick, flick, flick. I don't care. It's the same with the lives here, right? Flick,
Right.
flick, flick. Those are all context switches as well. So they're doing all the metrics of how damaging it is for our attention span off 30 seconds of shorts and then a minute and then 30 seconds. And oh, it's changing so much. It's like, no, man, it's changing most often every 2 seconds. And then a notification goes off and a this and a that. And then we wonder why we can't get off these things. It's like a gambling machine. It's like a ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
Insert
and when you
coin,
like look into it, like talking about like trying to get views and people to watch your like shorts, and you ask Google or you ask ChatGPT, they always tell you, you got to hook them within the first 1 to 3 seconds. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
no one's going to sit there and let you introduce yourself and talk about where you're from or what you got
yeah,
going on in your life. You
yeah,
better hook them, bam, right then and there. Give
yeah,
them weight. This is what I'm going to show you. You got to hear what I'm going to say. You got to see
yeah,
what I'm going to show you at the end of the video. You won't believe it. It's the craziest. You got to use these like
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
words. It's the craziest thing you'll ever see in your life. And it's just
And then you have to
it's a
deliver
bunch of
on that, and
BS.
you have to deliver on that expectation you've made as well. You have to plant an expectation, and okay, I want to keep watching this, but then if you don't deliver on it, they're gonna move on. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. I've learned a bit of that from people doing like motorbike content and skateboarder content and stuff, right? Or crash content is what they'll do is they'll take the most, the main bit of the video that's the car crash or something, right? And they'll show it as the first 2 seconds, right? It's this first room to draw your attention, and then it'll
Yeah, yeah,
do like
yeah.
a wind back of like, well, here's what led up to it. It
Right,
starts off with
right.
a super wrecking and tumbling, a super, oh my god, and a super's going off sideways, rolling, right? And then it rolls back, and then you get the full 30 seconds of, oh, here's everything that happened in the aftermath, and yeah. So definitely hooking people in.
Yeah,
The thing I
you
think
basically
is
have to
obviously
spoil
I
the
want to make,
ending.
yeah, yeah, I
You
want
got
to
to
make
spoil the
sure
ending to get them to watch.
yeah, yeah, true. I wonder what
which is crazy.
psychological effect that kind of stuff has. I wonder what that does to the psyche of you know. And the other thing, I guess, for me, that ties into shock value in that is desensitization of people, right? If you're used to just seeing, we're seeing just all over social media, like bombs falling everywhere and all this, whatever. Back in the day, like it was, you had to go to very deep parts of the internet to find any stuff like this. Now it's just all over,
Everybody
like
keeps me
right
strong.
everywhere, man.
Yeah.
What do we got going on in the chat? Takes a while. We'll check the chat for a minute here, see what's happening. Hit that like if you haven't, guys, and subscribe to Matt. His channel is in the description. If you tap the three dots up on the top right, that is Matt Noah's page, Matt Noah 1. One of the fellow
Yeah.
content
Thank you so
creators.
much to anyone that will subscribe. I appreciate it. Check out my channel. I do a lot of videos about my life, animals. It's anything and everything.
Yeah,
I don't really have a
another
niche.
cool.
What was I about to say? Yeah, so I seen someone Rand was talking Iraq was talking about like anxiety, and like that's something I've dealt with my whole life. Anxiety and depression,
Yeah,
especially the anxiety. So it hit me in my early 20s. And
that's what I'm here for. I rock. That's why
I
the
had
channel's
no
here. I rock.
idea. I had
Continue,
no
man.
idea like what was happening. Like I just had this like weird feeling like just something was off. And I was hanging out with a buddy, and usually I'm, charismatic. We're telling jokes, we're having a good time. We're driving around or whatever, we're about to go to a party. And I remember I'm driving around with my buddy, and it's supposed to be the usual thing. And I'm just not talking. Like I'm just off. And I
Yeah,
don't know what's happening to me. And I remember him looking over at me like, bro, like
like
what's
you
going
good?
on with
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Like what's wrong with you? And I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. And finally I remember at breakfast, we were at this restaurant right down the street from our house. I'm with my old man, and I'm just sitting there staring at my plate, and I'm just like, he's like, Matt man, because that's what my dad would call me, like, Matt man, what's going on? And I'm like, Dad, I don't know. I'm, something, I feel off. I had like a chemical imbalance, which was causing the anxiety. So finally, I did end up having to go see a doctor, and but they want to put a band-aid on it. They give you these, things that just give you temporarily relief, but it doesn't fix the problem. Now I got on an antidepressant, and the way I finally found the right one, because I had so many fail and so many like that it just wouldn't connect with me and I would have side effects, is I went to a place, they took a saliva swab and they sent
Oh,
it
yeah.
in to a lab, and for your chemical makeup, it figures out which antidepressant will work for you, and it's the only one I've ever stayed on. And since I've been on that, I still have anxiety from time to time, but not to the like levels that I would get. I would
Yeah.
get crippling anxiety where I couldn't move. Like I would just be sitting there having anxiety about the fact that I'm having anxiety. I mean, it was a
The thing,
nightmare.
I didn't know until honestly it was about a year ago that I even labeled anxiety as a thing. Like I always had that feeling, and I'd always been told, "Oh, depression, it's ADHD, you're overstimulated, you're this and that." And of course, I'd seen all the stuff about anxiety everywhere, but I never actually really related it to myself as me having anxiety. And it actually took me meeting my partner and her talking about her anxiety and how it affected her and all of that. And it was her who pointed out to me, she's like, you do realize like you're anxious about all this stuff, right? I'm like, oh, I'm just stressed out and I'm just, oh no. And she's like, yeah, you've got anxiety. And yeah. So that's exactly it. Sorry, I did have to take somebody out of the chat who was just an absolute troll, guys. I gave him a bit of a gesture as he was leaving the door there, but I think we're good now. Um, Arox saying he
Oh,
worries. That's
I didn't even
great,
see it.
great stuff, Matt. Great stuff, Matt. But this is exactly the topics I like to talk about, Matt. So yeah, I mean, that's you're bang on with it. And yeah, Orox just saying he worries too much about tomorrow. And yeah, I just want to step into that as well. That um, you take each day as it comes. You can make all the best planning in the world. Things change, situations change. The best thing you can do is I worry about having kids and how am I going to afford in the long term, and do I bring kids into the world if it's all going to be AI jobs? Like what kind of world will I bring my children? You can ask yourself a million questions. Sometimes the answer to the question is don't ask the question. It's sort of focus on what you got going on. Like for me, clearing up my life, there's plenty of things I want to do. I'd love to be motorbike racing. I'd love to start a new business, this and that. But I've got 15 cars from my old last attempt that fell apart. I've got my own project cars. I've got a lot of work to do to even sort of catch up before I'm in a through that I'm working on myself and I'm building a foundation. Then I'll work on something else for the next 10, 15 years. But I don't know what that is yet. I'm gonna educate myself now,
Yeah.
learn more, go through the process, and by the time I come out the end of that, I'm going to have a much better idea of where I want to go next, right? But right now, I'm stuck with the past, and I don't want to face that past. I don't want to work on these old cars anymore. I'm not really that interested in them anymore, to be honest. Like,
Right.
I went through 15 years of work on those cars and stuff, and everything changed. And I've gone, hey, I want a new chapter in my life. So, as much as my ADHD and that has lost that passion in a lot of ways, I've still got the work there to do, and that work isn't going to get done by anybody but me. And yeah, I used to lay in bed just like paralyzed by it, of wanting to do nothing more than finish up the garage and work on those cars and whatever, and just struggling to get myself up and do it. And I just have to literally go, the overthinking in my head is not my truth. It's not my reality. It's just a voice in my head that somebody told me once. People who doubted me. I went to friends and family when I wanted to, oh, I want to do this or that. Oh, you'll never do that. You'll stuff that up. You'll this, you'll that, you'll whatever. And all these things stick with us in our own self doubts. And that's what Matt talked about earlier, and I mentioned it sometimes here as well, is nobody's going to talk to you worse than that voice in your head. But the voice in your head, you don't have to action it. It isn't the truth. These are just thoughts. This isn't you. The train of thoughts and overthinking, it's not you. It's your brain trying to protect you, trying to keep you safe, going, oh, we got to live in fear because you've had some bad experiences. Now, you overcome that by leaning into it. You don't have to lean into it all at once. You don't have to stress. You can just breathe and just bit by bit. Like, I was struggling to get into the garage and work on the car, and I said, going in there 10 minutes at a time. I'm going to clean up this shelf. That's it today. I'm going to sweep out the floor and clean everything up so it's ready to work on tomorrow. I'm going to put the tools away the next day, right? So by building systems for the future and just chipping away at things, you can create systems, because we don't fall to the level of our habits. We fall to the level of the systems that holds them up, which is from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. Right? You've got to build systems under you to catch you. That's what a foundation is your foundational systems and habits that are holding you up, right? Like, if you got a messy house and you got a hoard of stuff everywhere and rubbish and whatever, then you start getting rats and squirrels and fuck knows what coming in. You're going to lose sleep and shit. You're going to have health problems, right? So it's about maintaining things and having an environment around you where, hey, like, I am doing all right. And it's that bit by bit, like, be proud of the tiniest thing. It sounds stupid to pat yourself on the back. Like, I did this tiniest thing. I used to do way more than this, is how I'd beat myself up. I was getting so much more done in a day than this. Like, what is wrong with me? But that's not serving me. The only thing that's going to serve me and get me back to that point is by starting to do a little bit of work, a little bit more, right? And just flow with it and enjoy start to enjoy that process again, and enjoy why I got into cars and just that therapeutic, like in creating things and stuff, right? I'll let Matt take the floor on that if you had any thoughts on that kind of. I've dragged on for a bit.
No, I mean, I think it all ties in together. So, like I think Irox had said something about this, like the scrolling and all that, because he's in his head, and I can
Yeah, we'll
relate
lean
to
into
that
your
because,
experience. How you see it, yeah.
you know, I can't just sit and go to bed and have no TV on. I have to have something going because if I'm just sitting there laying down and trying to go to sleep, all that stuff you're talking about, all that self doubt, all the problems, worrying about what I have to do tomorrow, things I got to take care of in my life, it's just going to keep going on my head and I'm not going to get any sleep. So, yeah, that's why I'm doom scrolling on the phone. That's why I got a TV show going, a stream
Distraction.
going. I
That's just
got
something comforting,
I got
yeah.
a stream going on half the part of my phone while I'm, checking my Twitter, setting my fantasy lineups, for tomorrow, do a little something, but whatever, it all ties in together. And I mean,
Mm.
that's a problem I've had I can remember even being when I was young. I'm talking like
Yeah.
grade school, having like being nervous just about the whole situations, like the dynamics of, people at school, this kid's a jerk. I don't want to deal with him tomorrow. Yeah, this person, I got this situation. Oh, I like this girl. I want to have my first kiss, whatever, all that different stuff that you worried about when you were younger,
We all
all
took
that stuff
teenage
would be
years, yeah.
going through all that stuff that you would think about. I would stay up at night
Mm.
and just sit there and worry about. And but I was always told you turn the TV off when you go to bed. So that's what I would do. Nowadays, man, somebody tried to turn the TV off. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, you better keep that thing running. Like I ain't trying to go to sleep with no TV on.
Like,
Now,
that's the thing that I'll do as well, is I'll like remove things out of the environment. So, like, to stay off my phone and work in the garage, like the main way. If I sit here and I scroll some reels or something, for example, it's like, right, like, I got to do something. Like, I'm gonna sit here. I'll waste the whole day away. I know me, and I know what will happen. Right. So I'll throw a headphone, like straight away I'll close the apps, throw the music app on, and it's like, right, where's my headphones? Right, cool. Get my
Yeah.
boots on and get my mechanic overalls on and start to make steps in that direction. And it's like, even if I'm going to be down there just briefly, right? Go, go just do something that actually gets you moving in the real world and actually gives you a real dopamine hit for effort to get that reward, to get that feeling rather than, yeah, through the apps. So that's why, like, I'll put my phone on charge in the garage, and leave it in the corner and then play music onto my headphones. And, it's a $20 pair of Bluetooth headphones, but that gives me a distance of 10 feet between me and my phone, and I'm just in the flow and I'm sweeping, I'm cleaning, I'm organizing things. And I can stay in that zone, right? Stay in that focus. And then at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I'm not overthinking and guilty, like, oh man, you didn't get enough done, you're this, you're that, you're whatever, because I've,
I used to listen to so much more music. So we got Love Animals says she's got is that a is Love Animals male or female? I don't know. That's one of your users. Do you know?
yeah, that's
I,
it. Love Animals. It's a great, great spot to keep yourself in. How do you find that helps you? Love Animals. How do you find it keeps you sort of grounded? Like, I've definitely found that, like, yeah, just some music and stuff. Like, I think it comes down to, it's not even the music and stuff. It's taking time to ourselves and actually having a break from all this constant input. And then I think the music we like is like familiar and keeps us on a good vibe, right? Whereas without the music, it's like, oh, I'm worried about this, and you get stressed more easily, and you're still a bit. I think it's more maybe we're used to the stimulation of a phone. We're used to this, and it's so much going on that it's very difficult to sit in silence now. So it's good to shut the phone off, have no noise, and it's like, man, I'm bored within a minute, right?
well,
Which is
that's
why we go back to
okay.
our phone, but changing that into action, and it takes so little action to do that. Like, I had spots like a few months ago where I wouldn't do shit for 3 days, and it's like,
Name
man,
went pop.
I'm
I
being
said
so
her
used to
name.
it. So it's like,
No, because
Alexa,
I said her
thank
name.
you.
I said her name, and then my Alexa
Oh,
started going off.
that's
Yeah.
funny. Hey, Alexa.
Yeah. It's always listening, man. Those devices, they're always listening.
Always watching,
Always
Wazowski.
listening. Yeah, it's
Always
always.
watching. Always watching. Such a great. I need to rewatch that. Monsters Inc. That's a great movie.
Oh my god, I
Fantastic movie.
remember going. I seen that in the movie theater because so I have way my older brothers. I have three of them. They're way older than me.
Well,
So I was an
honest.
uncle. I was
Hold
an
up,
uncle
mate.
by the age of 6.
Give me a moment here, bro. Just give me a moment. Hey, love animals. Don't give out your full name and age and stuff on YouTube. Don't give out your information on here. So I've just dropped that message out. Like, your first name's all right, but yeah, you don't want to be giving out your information on here. If you, yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
up,
didn't even
up to
see
you.
that
But
part.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll continue on.
What was I talking about? Oh, Monsters Inc. So I have
Yeah.
three older brothers that are way older than me. So I was an uncle by the age of 6. So
Oh wow.
yeah, so
Unstatus
I've been
at age
unc for a
6, bro.
long time.
Unstatus at age 6. You never even had a chance to be a boy. Unstatus
Right.
at age. That's
I
what
was unc
the
status
unstatus at
at
age
age
6.
6. So
Cooked.
yeah. So my
Absolutely
brother
cooked.
Billy, who's like closest in
Oh,
age as me, he's 8 years older than me. His daughter
oh,
Lily, like, is just one of my favorite people in the world. Like, she's a great person. But when she was young, me and my brother would take her to the movies. I would go over and hang out at his house on the weekends. I would take the
yeah, yeah,
train from where I was living and go over to his house. And we would take Lily to the movies. And one of her favorite movies was that Monster Inc. movie. And yeah, I'll tell you what, it wasn't bad for like an adult to watch. I thought it was
yeah,
actually a
yeah.
pretty decent flick, and I remember she had like the DVD or whatever. I would go and she'd be like, "Hey, Matt, remember we went, Uncle Matt, we went and watched Monsters Inc." I'm like, "Yes, I remember, Lily. We went and watch." She thought that stuff was so cool, but she's lucky. So I don't even have a passport, right? I don't even own a passport. I've never been out of the
Yeah,
continental
I need to
United
update
States.
mine before you're overseas next
But
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
but my brother, he makes good money. He still works at the Chicago Board of Trade. He's a broker down there, and
Oh, yeah, yeah.
he pays for everything for her. And I mean, she has visited Paris, France. She's been to
Oh,
Poland, Germany, Mexico. I think she's in like Latvia right now, or whatever that country's name, Latvia. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
sh-
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I mean, she has just been everywhere, just living the life off my brother's dime. But I mean, I wish I was doing it. One of these days, I want to travel the world, man. I got to see more than just this country of America. I'm not one of those
Oh,
like
yeah, for sure.
I'm not one of those self-hating American people, but like I just know,
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
I
there's nothing.
realize
You
some
know,
of the
there's
like
nothing wrong with that.
pitfalls and downfalls of this country. Like, it just some of the
Yeah,
things just aren't up to stuff. I just want to, and you know what? And that
just
really has
experience the
nothing.
world
That
differently.
has
Yeah,
nothing to do with wanting to visit. Just to see the world. I'd love to see
yeah,
the
some different
pyramids in
experiences
Egypt.
for sure, right?
You know,
There's a lot to be said about that with social media and stuff as well. You used to have to travel the world to see all this stuff, and now it's like, oh, here, have it in
oh
4K
jeez,
off a drone and thing, and when you get there, how underwhelming is it going to be? You go to see something that's all drone shots and all looks fancy and amazing, then you get there and it's like, well, from ground level perspective, it's just like, you think how things were in filming before drones when people would make all this footage of landscapes and stuff. Oh, look at these mountains we've seen. It's like, oh, that's nice. I want to go there, and you're going to have that experience, right? Now it's like a overpan through the fog, and we're flying, and there's so much stimulation going on. Like if you will go to that place in reality, you're going to be like, oh, this is what it was like on Instagram. Like, I think it robs so much from us. Say,
Jay Biggs.
without having that. Yeah,
I had a TV that had the VCR built into
yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
dude, bro. Yeah,
The
you had
Phil
one of those,
Blaster one
dude.
was
Did
like
you
that
ever
before.
have a rewinder? Where you
Oh
just
yeah,
straight
yeah.
when you would rent the movie and then you would put it in the rewinder so you could rewind it before you brought it back to
Yeah,
the
yeah, you have to
Blockbuster
rewind
or
it back
video
and redo it.
store.
They charge you an
Yeah,
extra dollar.
I, yeah, they charge
Scam.
you an extra buck if you didn't rewind
Extra
your
buck.
rewind the
Extra
movie.
buck.
So
That was a lot of money back then. These days, a dollar would buy you something. These days, a dollar was a rental on a year-old movie for another day. You cherish that dollar.
oh, for sure, man. I miss the days of going to Blockbuster and just like looking to see what movie you're gonna rent for the weekend.
You're right.
That I have nostalgia for that kind of stuff, man. I miss those
Yeah,
days.
a simpler time. And that's the thing is like I think all generations yearn for like the younger days and that, right? And there's guys who get the old Corvette they always wanted, when they're older and once the kids leave
Right?
home and all that, right? We are sentimental creatures, right? And that's because what we value is family and experience and stuff, right? And that's again why I just don't go into the politics and stuff. It's like people aren't going to remember all of that. You're not going to remember those things and all that time you spent arguing on Facebook or something or whatever. Um, go out, have experiences and just carve out a life for yourself, or you're just going to spend it in a phone trying to affect things beyond your control. It's not gonna serve you. You're gonna get to your 40s or something and be like, well, where did my life go? It's like, well, check your screen time, man. Which is as I say with
I'm
people
not
with gear,
admitting
like I
mine.
drive me on every day for
I
like two
plead
and
the
a half
fifth.
hours. But, you
I
plead the
plead the
fifth.
fifth on my screen time. I'm not telling nobody my screen time. I plead the fifth.
Where's the
I am
accountability,
not
Matt?
admitting
Where's the
to it. No, you have to.
accountability? We need
It is
D-Bird in here.
up there, bro.
We'll invite
I'll take
D-Bird
the
into the
Pepsi
collab and
challenge
we're like,
against
where's the
anybody's screen
accountability,
time in
Matt?
this room. I will take the Pepsi challenge. I'll put my screen time against anybody's. I know I'm probably up there.
You're trying to get a jet out of Pepsi like that other guy though. He didn't. What was it? Pepsi, where's my jet? They did an ad campaign where if you bought enough Pepsi, you'd win a jet, and they didn't put on the ad that it was like a joke, and then they
Oh, I
changed
seen
the
the
ad to a real
documentary on
joke,
that.
and then
Yeah.
after they've been caught and won a bunch of money, and they're like, oh well, technically, oh well, who would take
Yeah.
that seriously? It's like, well, he did.
No, man. So, what about remember when you could start copying music like Napster and
Yeah, yeah. The old Napster
torrents,
days,
the old
LimeWire, all
torrents,
that.
or
Yeah,
LimeWire,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Oh my god! So I was like one of the
That,
first people in my neighborhood that had like a computer that could burn music. So all
yeah,
my homies would come over and we'd be making these mixes, and writing down like whatever was on there. Matt's DJ mix, volume 1 and all that stuff. God, those
yeah.
were. I'm nostalgic for those days. I'm telling you. And
Yeah,
you just go drive
back
around and
in the good
listen
old
to
days.
like a mix of the songs you like.
Yeah. What you're talking about is the good old days where you essentially gave your computer cancer to download a song called Lincoln Park the Nookie dot JPEG or something or dot MPEG, right? And they put half the internet's viruses on your computer, and then you destroyed the family computer for a
Oh
week
my
trying to download a
god.
song. It was a minefield.
I mean, we're going
I
back to
think
those
any school
days.
kid who took down the family computer trying to download a song.
Oh, I mean, you're talking about downloading all that music, all those viruses. We're talking about when I was like, a teenager going into my
The
20s.
dangerous
So
time, man.
hormones are raging. So my like the type of websites I'm looking at aren't very virus friendly either. I mean, so you're talking all that stuff. I know my dad used to get pissed, like Matt, why is the computer
We're
never
going there.
working?
All right.
It's like probably because of all the music I'm streaming, all the
Yeah, it's the music I think I've
all
downloaded,
the
Brad.
Alda, all
Yes,
that stuff. So
yes.
oh, blasting the speakers out, Jay. So I lived in this small town at that
But
time,
you,
and
meanwhile, your
you
dad's
know,
like
like
cooking
every
violin.
small town is like the main street is the main street. You know what I'm saying? So go down Main Street, windows down, like setting up the song to be like the best part when you're going. So because it's just like a little quick stroll, people would be hanging out on Main Street. So you'd set up the song for the perfect time to just be driving
Oh,
down
hey,
blast,
you gotta
thinking you're
flex.
looking cool. Like, yeah, what's up,
Yeah, you gotta be a
guys?
bit naughty. Damn right.
Hey,
Funny
what's
as
up,
hell.
bro? What's up, man? Shit, man, just
You gotta
chilling.
have you can't have your hand here on the wheel though. You gotta have your hand here on the wheel. You gotta be like lean back. So,
Oh, bro,
you gotta be
yeah,
careful around the
we were
center
pimping,
console,
man.
right? You
Just
gotta lean with it. You gotta drop with it. Yeah, I feel you. I
yeah,
feel you. Check yourself out
just
in the
give like
shop
a
window and the reflections of all that big glass. Like, yeah, man.
try to act surprised when you see
Oh,
somebody. Hey, bro, I didn't. Oh, hey, what's up,
oh,
man? I
no,
didn't know you were
no.
gonna be up here,
You
man.
know, you're gonna be
No,
down
dude,
here.
yeah, I'm busy, man. I just got to I'm just rolling through real quick, even though you just rolled through like 6 or 7 times.
Oh, man.
Go check out the basketball court. Who's at the park playing like ultimate frisbee and who's hooping.
Yeah, well,
All that stuff, man.
for me in the old days, it was like, if you wanted to know where your mates were after school, you showed up at the house and, the mates all lived around the block. And it was, well, when you got to the house where all the bikes were leaned up outside, you knew you were at the right one.
Yeah.
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 Like you pick
Oh
up the
yeah, you go by
landline
the
phone,
bikes.
call the
Yeah.
boys, know the answer. It's like, oh, well, I think he's with somebody's mum. Oh, hello. And you always talking to your mate's mum. Oh, I think he's over there somewhere. He was headed out that way. And you get there and his mum goes, oh, no, they've all headed off to this park. And, you're out for 20 minutes trying to find all the boys.
Oh, for sure. So like
The
I said, it was a
runaround.
small town. So, different people would host parties each night, but it'd be the same people there. It didn't matter who was hosting. You still were gonna run into the same, cast of
Same
characters.
thing. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so but man, we had some good times. I don't obviously I don't preach, having a cold beverage and then driving. Obviously,
No,
for you
no,
younger
no.
people out there, make sure you're safe and you
Do
know
not
how
do
you're gonna
that.
get home. But
Yeah.
I'll
I
tell you
never
what.
thought I never thought I'd do that until I became a heavy drinker. I never thought I'd do that. And then yeah, with the alcohol, it's something I would never do. But once you got the alcohol in you, it's like, oh bugger, I should be all right. I'll head home, right?
Oh, I'm
And
fine.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I never should have been knowing. You know,
Because I'll
that's
tell you
starting
what,
to stop me drinking. I did
people,
that a couple of times leaving the pub, and I was like, you know what? Like, I got to stop this now, or I'm going to get myself in trouble. I've got to have some self control.
we were lucky because it was a small town. It was a bunch of back roads. That's
Yeah,
and that's no excuse.
same,
That's no
same over
excuse.
here.
Yeah, but so it was pretty easy to get home, but parents probably will think like their children aren't out doing that stuff, and maybe they're not driving around drinking, but they're probably been in cars, with people that are under the influence. Like you think about going to those New Year's Eve's parties or whatever, and there's
Or
like what 50 to
the worst
100
one I
people.
think, the most dangerous one I think is people need to teach their kids don't get into cars with people with some kind of ego or need to show off. So you're
Yeah.
at a party or something, and you're out with your buddy, and they picked up a couple of girls, and we're gonna go for a drive. Your mate's gonna drive like this. This is how, or you're at somebody. Oh, I'll drop you
Yeah.
back, and the guy's got some sports car or something, and he needs to show off. Those are the cars that get wrapped around a pole, and then your kid who basically didn't even know the guy, met him at the party an hour ago, is dead wrapped around a tree because yeah. So
I'll be
I think that's a
honest.
very important thing. It's
I'll be honest. I did this one time, and I'm
keep
not
yourself
proud of
safe.
this, but I was driving, and a couple people got in the car, and it was a couple girls or whatever, and I was trying to be Mr. Hotshot, and
And
I
how
was
old
already
were they?
I don't know, I was probably like 20 years old or
19.
something like that. Just
Yeah.
but so I'm thinking I'm Mr. Hot Shot, I'm gonna look
Youthful
cool.
sugar.
Dude,
Mm.
I took off straight into the cornfields and I'm just firing through those bad boys, just knocking out down corn. I'm sure the
Because
farmer
you're an
was
interstellar,
absolutely livid when he saw what happened the next day. But I mean,
interstellar remake,
just imagine I'm going like 30 or 40 through that. What if they're like I didn't see like a pole or something that
a
like
post in
any
the
kind
middle
of
of it. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
not that there's poles in the middle of cornfields, but I mean, coming out of one, you could run into it. You just never know.
There's always
You
something
just
that
never
can be
know.
thrown
Like
back. Yeah.
I used to walk the
Always
block
worth
with the
something.
bottle, but it was good. Everybody knew me. You knew like the cuz jump and drop you off. Yeah, man, I'm nostalgic. I love talking about the old days, even though and the
Yeah, yeah.
good, the
Oh,
bad, the
easily free.
ugly,
Don't
all
forget,
that
Jay.
stuff.
Free Ubers. Free Ubers. Jay had free Uber drivers.
Really?
Well, it sounds like, yeah, yeah. Walk the block. Everybody pick them up, give them a ride. Simple.
Oh, you do? Oh,
It's
your homies
all,
or your Ubers? I got you. I got you.
yeah, it's very much the Kiwi way, though. You know, you stick your thumb out, you get a ride. But yeah, I just more mean like, you get to parties and stuff, and like especially with some of these younger guys and that to show off. It's um, like motorcyclists and stuff, right? Like if you're going to go on the back of a motorcycle, you've got to go on the back of a motorcycle with somebody who they might be a fast, good rider, but they back the hell off when they got a passenger on. They're not there to show off. They're there respecting that they've got somebody else's life in their hands, not just their own. I think that's the main thing about getting in a vehicle with anybody is, are they respecting that they're in charge of your life right now? They are the driver in charge, which is why the laws are shaped that way, right? They're the driver in charge of your safety. So I think that's a very important one to get across to people as well. And
I'll
I mean,
tell
it,
another.
it, it goes to everything in life, right? Like, take control of your life and try and make the better decisions because some things can wipe you out pretty easy.
Here,
Yeah,
I'll
one
tell
bad,
you one.
one
And you
bad
you
decision.
guys can tell me who's at fault for this one. And I mean, I take fault, but like, I don't think I'm 100% at fault for this one. So we're partying or whatever. It's senior ditch day. So everyone ditches one day for your senior year of high school, and everyone goes to a party, and
Right,
you're drinking from like the morning until whatever. So
oh
finally, the
God,
party ends at the house. Like the parents are coming home for that person's house. So there's like a place out in the back roads where we all go hang out.
there's
All the
all movement there.
cars
Yeah,
line
yeah.
up, and you're cracking them open. So my buddy hops in the car, and his girlfriend is in the car in front of us, and we're driving down this back road and we got the Tupac up to 10, man. I mean, we're sitting there, all eyes on me. Me and him know that whole album word for word. So we're sitting there rapping it to each other, like, but, we're getting down. I mean, we're having a great time. Well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
unbeknownst to me, she stopped in the middle of that back road, didn't pull over, mind you, didn't pull over and to look for a new CD to put in. So she just straight stopped in the middle of the road and was like, middle of the back road. And me, I'm sitting there, in the middle of my Tupac, and I look and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
just
shit.
vibing out here, two
Oh
back,
shit.
cruising
Just right
along,
in front of me. I try to
the sixth
swerve.
floor
I
off
try to
there.
swerve, brother. I hit my back end into like her back end. And I remember
At least
like,
you
and then
got
I
some,
get
you got
into, and then I
some good
go into
stuff.
the ditch and I go into the cornfields. And I remember I get out the car and she's yelling, "Oh, look what you did to my car. I can't believe you did that." And I'm like, yes, you know, insurance wise, I'm at fault, because if you're the person behind, you have to know what's in front of you. Like yeah, there's no getting out of it. Like I had to take the hit on it no matter what. Like I knew that
Yeah,
going
yeah,
into
yeah,
it, but
yeah,
still,
yeah.
who stops in the middle of the road
I had
and
that.
doesn't?
I had that following. This was only a few years ago. My mate was heading back. We'd been out to the pub. We'd only had like one drink, but we were cruising. And his girlfriend was cruising in her like lowered sports car. I won't say too much about it, but lowered sports car. She was cruising, and she was always talking about like how she was into sports cars and I had my sports cars. She's like, I bet I'm a way better driver than you. And she always just ran her mouth and whatever. I was like, whatever. So I'm just cruising along and I'm just literally in a 4x4 cruising along following her. Like, we're not racing. We're not, we're just cruising along. And we get into my town and there's like a bridge. And she suddenly slams the brakes from like 50 mile an hour down to 10 mile an hour to go over this bridge because the car's like to hit it on an angle. And the bump on the bridge is like this, like she didn't need to do anything. And I was like, holy crap, and like nearly went up the back of her. And she was like, oh, you nearly hit me. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing, mate? But yeah, yeah, some crazy stuff goes on, man. Like, we could tell stories for days on the adventures.
Oh, the adventure. I mean, I've probably forgotten more adventures than like stories I could tell. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
the
some
old
nights
motorbike
where
stories.
they're
Some of
they're
it's
they're a
crazy.
little cloudy. Like I don't even know what I got into. I mean, I remember waking
Maybe
up
for
one
good
time and
reason. Maybe you
my
refresh
hand was burned. I think I still got the scar a little bit to this
Maybe
day.
you refresh them. Maybe we need to just dig all of those up. Maybe we'll just dig them all up, one collab at a time. We'll work through it. We'll work through the traumas. We'll
Oh
both,
man,
oh
I
man,
mean, it just. I mean, we had some fun, but
yeah, for
put
sure.
myself in a
Yeah,
lot of dangerous situations. I mean, I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I mean, there's people out there that are in jail for vehicular homicide, and it
yeah,
can
yeah,
happen out of nowhere. It can happen
yeah,
to
exactly,
anybody.
exactly.
You
One
know,
bad
it can.
decision can, yeah. So that's why it's good to rein ourselves in, keep us under control. Hey, I will. I think we'll start to wrap it up now, bro. I'm gonna. It's been on. We've been on a bit longer than I'd usually do, and
Yeah, that's
yeah, I
fine.
might.
That's fine.
I think I was going to try and grab some mussels, but they might all be gone from the local shops by now. I might, if I get up there before everyone rolls in the door at 5 o'clock at night, I might get lucky. But Jay's got me craving the mussels, and you're looking like you're getting towards the end of your evening, mate. We've been on here staring at screens for quite a while. We're both done to do the YouTube face wipe. So if anybody hasn't hit the like yet, please do. If you check the
Yeah, hit the
description, we've
like
got
button.
Matt Noah One here, and just another chill streamer. We just chat and post on
Oh,
our
and love
lives and post
animals.
on
He's
with
not
our own
talking
lives
about
and stuff.
you.
What's that?
He's not talking. She's thinking that he's saying it was her fault. No, he's saying the story I was telling. He's saying it was her fault stopping in front of me. He wasn't talking to you.
Oh yeah. We're talking about the story with the
Yeah.
stopping.
Well, it just there
Yeah.
was some confusion because she was saying something about something.
Oh, okay. Oh, I missed something. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
and then
what? No,
like
no, no. You're all right, mate. You're all right. No, no, no.
yeah,
He was
so
just telling a story about the car accident thing he had. No, 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 no. Wasn't anybody in chat. We're good. We're good. Not you, love.
yes.
Yeah. All is well. All is good. All is chill. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Jay's been putting muscles on my mind for the last 2 days. So I'm gonna have to fire up the truck, go up the road, and see if the shop has any. And then if they don't, I'll probably drive to the next town over and see if they got some because he's got it on my mind.
It was nice to
Now
meet
I'm
you,
really
Jay.
excited.
It's nice to meet you as well.
Yeah, with Jay as well.
Hey,
So yeah, I will put a post on my channel shortly, guys. With I'm going to put IROC's channel on there and all of that, probably when I get back. So there will be a post on my channel today with all these guys' channels and stuff. I do appreciate any support from any of my viewers. Check them out, show them some love. Small creators, genuine people. I'll only ever collab with genuine people and stuff that I think we can have good discussions with, that we can actually do stuff with. And I'm going to be on Matt's channel soon, and
yeah, for sure.
I'm sure Matt will drag me into some sports chat, and I'll play ball with all that. We'll talk about we'll probably get more animals on and stuff.
Hey, I'll talk about anything. It don't matter to me. I'll talk about whatever.
This has been really good, bro. I really appreciate it, and thank you everybody for being here. And we're gonna roll out. Sweet.
All right, peace out, guys.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank
Thanks
you.
everybody. Thanks for this, Matt. It's been awesome, bro. We'll do it again soon. Hit
All
your
right.
channel. We'll do something in the future. For sure, bro.
Yeah, and I'll talk to you on Insta. We'll talk.
Yeah. Well, we'll work it out. Let it all work out, guys. All
All
right.
right.
Peace out. Peace out. See you
Later.
tomorrow. See you.